Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock.
Yahoo!
Welcome one, welcome all. It is Saturday, August 3rd, and we're happy to be here, and we're happy that you guys are joining us tonight.
Joining us?
Joining.
Juning.
Joining.
Juning was 2 months ago.
Juning was 2 months ago. Sorry, my bad.
Took the Juning exams and became tunings of the Leaf Village.
You mean the Heat Village?
Yes.
Oh, man.
It's burning hot here.
Yeah, no, the burning ain't gonna stop. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. I am also the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am the founder, executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And joining me on my left is the host of Los Amigos Play. Happy to see that you are in one piece and you're not dying, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming today. The light of God himself shines behind my scalp, granting me divine right to tell you that we are very happy to see you here today. And, well, you see, I cannot take all the credit for this. You see, it is only true saints that are willing to shoulder the pain and suffering of other people. We ain't got one of those, so somebody else was nice enough to take all the sickness for me. I don't know who they are. I have never seen them before. But surely, their faces look a little familiar, but maybe I'm mistaken. Either way, I am incredibly grateful to them, as I am grateful to our fans who come to join us every single week.
All right, and joining us from our joining us from our
choke on your spit.
Oh my god. Joining us from our far left, who is not giving Angel the bird, is Dragon Fan Cosplay.
Hi guys. Yeah. You got sis sick.
No, I'm feeling pretty healthy right now.
Why?
You said you got her sick, you
How
ass.
dare you get
It was your
sick?
fault.
I got no one sick. I simply prayed
Surprisingly,
really
I
hard.
didn't get sick,
I don't
which
know.
is
I think
so
we need to
weird.
have a replay of what happened on Sunday.
Yeah,
Hey
so
guys,
yeah.
I feel like a prickle on my head. I think I'm getting sick.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
sure
Feeling
does.
fevery.
See, I was actually mistaken. That was not a fever. That was the divine power of holiness taking the illness from me and giving it to the undeserving ones.
Oh
For the
my
record,
Wow.
Angel, you don't get to decide who deserves
Maybe you
and who
should try to
doesn't.
sin less.
Maybe you should try to get good and actually pray.
I
Anyways,
did.
You
It
did.
went
the
right
weather.
Oh my god,
The weather.
guys.
It's been hot.
Moral of this story,
wet.
spray this man with alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, whenever you see him in public. He's pure typhoid Mary, the son of a bitch.
And joining us from our far right, who is out for blood, Angel's blood, Zayana Rose Cosplay.
Do I need to get a pentakill here?
Yes.
Maybe.
Sure, you can start with them. Or like,
Oh no! It's just gonna be kill, second, third, fourth, fifth.
No. Wait.
You have to wait for him to
AI
respawn.
Angel.
I will see.
And
No.
then-
I'm
No.
gonna turn him into a cat. That way he gets 9 lives.
We don't
Then
need
I
AI
turn him
Angel.
back.
I will simply
We'll kill
return.
AI Angel too.
No, yeah, but no, he got me sick, and I'm very, 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 very upset with him. I still love you, but death upon you.
She's watching.
Angel, you gotta quit attracting this type of this type
you
of
know
attention,
how hard
man.
it is to work when you
Yes.
barely could even think?
Yes.
Let alone speak
okay, everybody.
because you're congested so
Listen,
back.
I'm happy that people don't actually call me much. They mainly send me emails. Thank you.
Well, that's good.
But yeah, no, if they started trying to listen to me on the phone, they'd be like, "Are you okay?" No, I'm sick.
And of course, let's not forget, to my immediate right, the host of the Black Files, my typewriter for Wrestle Rewind, a man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week, Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister. And yeah, no, listen, I'm blaming both of y'all because now I'm over here getting sniffly. I was taking a pair of shots of NyQuil. No, not NyQuil, Dayquil. NyQuil's for later. I choked down a couple of freaking Claritins, and you can see the little pill bottle right there. You know I ain't lying, and I'm blaming mainly this asshole.
My face hurts from smiling too hard.
Yeah, because you like spreading misery.
I have done no
And
such
dander.
thing.
And
You're
dander.
literally praying for people that you think are undeserving to catch your sickness.
I have
That's
done
literally
no such
spreading
thing.
misery. Shut the fuck up, you jerk.
All I did was go to the
Respect,
big
guys.
statue in the back where the waterfall is, put myself under the water, put my hand in this position, and say something about 9 hells.
That wasn't water, that was pig's blood.
Oh, well, I wonder why it was so warm. I should go there sometime.
Anyways, guys, just like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you're here to help rescue the Ravens flock and the collection of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. The one thing that's standing in our way these days is the fact that we have to work 9-to-5 jobs in order to keep the lights on. But there's an easy solution to that, and it involves your support. All you gotta do is keep spreading the word of the Ravens flock. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your loved ones, your co-workers, your enemies, and tell everyone that you know and you come across to subscribe to us, to subscribe to the Ravens flock, to follow us, to witness the glory and the silliness that we spread here for your enjoyment and for your infotainment. Well, no, not infotainment, edutainment. There we go. That's the right word I was looking for, edutain. Because we like to inform folks, educate them, and we like to also inform them on the latest news of world of geek culture.
Also, we will accept, bribes as in toss some food towards us.
It's
not
really
we're a Ravens flock.
Yeah.
Feed us.
It's more like
Feed us, and then we'll give
it's
you
more like
we
tossing
accept
a coin
peanuts.
to your bard.
With your support, we can and will succeed. You'll also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. We've got in the chat, we have, let's see here, up here too, Matthew Coburn, Lisa Boo, Project Metal Music, Ben Cruz, the Joseph Santos, Vice Senator Macrosaphlus. Let's see, a new person in the chat, Joanne Miranda. Hey up, Joanne, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome, Joanne. Welcome to the Ravens flock. If this is your first time, hit the like and subscribe button, and also make sure to tell your friends about us.
And like I said, hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content over here. We want y'all to be able to watch us. We want y'all to be continuously up to date. And if you're an inner flocker, guys, guess what? Tonight, after the shows, I'm going to put up a special post, a special announcement. I got the approval from Jose. I'm not telling you guys what it is here. You guys know about it. You guys know about it. But only inner flockers will get to know early.
We don't do spoilers.
Exactly.
Not like that, at least.
Now, first of all, obviously, we all can agree the health and well-being of each other, friends. It's incredibly important.
Of course.
We want to make. Angel, you're not helping your case, buddy.
I'm actually sipping tea right now. Don't
You're
make
not
me
gonna
spill
waste
it.
are you?
Don't make me spill it on you.
I would
Please.
never ask you to waste the expertly made tea. That hey, is that John Cena?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
that
cool.
is. Yes, that is.
Anyway, sorry, you were saying, Joe.
But no, but whether we're sick or whether we're feeling fine, whether we're strangely blessed or not,
He's not. He's just a jack.
one thing that we can all collectively agree on is that listen, as we were kids, we could stay up late night and we could play video games and watch shows till the break of time. But as we get older, it just isn't the same anymore. And what we need is a really strong dose of energy.
Which is
And
why
that's
we
right.
here at the Ravens flock are happy and proud to continue to be partnered up with Glitch Energy.
The ideal beverage for all geeks and nerds to keep your bodies vitalized and supercharged, coming complete with 0 sugars, 0 calories, 0 carbs, and 0 crash. And while all of those factoids are important, what we really care about is the flavor. We care about the taste of Glitch Energy, and fortunately, they've got you covered, because if you go onto their website, glitchenergy.com, you'll see they have a large selection of different combination blends, and they're coming out with new flavors every week.
So
That's right. Last week we had the new flavor known as Yellow Snow, based on tropical lemonade, as one is nice enough to show here. And as you can see, this is a very fair, affordable price, because for only 30-something bucks, plus that nice juicy 20% discount that we like to throw in there, a single tub of this baby will last you for more than a month. And I'm not exaggerating, because I have my own, which is the Blackberry Lemonade Hydration Series. It is that good. It is that worthwhile.
Now,
Give me your money.
You guys are gonna love this stuff. Glitch is a specially formulated smart energy formula in their gaming energy line, has, like Angel and Jose said, a wide range of flavors over here. Dragonfang and I were sipping down on Karen tears earlier today during Los Amigos play. But more
yummy
importantly,
Karen tears.
the fact of the matter is, if we're endorsing this beverage, or if we're endorsing a product, that means that we've tried it out for ourselves, we've vetted it, and we wouldn't foist any garbage on unsuspecting viewers. So if we like it, we know you'll like it too.
Exactly, and if you go onto their website, glitchenergy.com, and use our promo code FLOCKFUEL, you'll receive a 20% discount on your order. We would like to thank Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. So what else can you troll Juan with?
Yeah, why don't you guys go ahead and send me a new tub and tell me what you're gonna troll me with next?
It's gonna be like it's gonna be a bigger than usual tub. It's just gonna say piss and vinegar.
Oh God, no!
He did the thing.
That is so rude.
All right, but moving.
No, you know what they would probably do? They'd probably do this. They would send me the visceral reaction here, which imitates the flavor of sour bomb candies. You know the one we're talking
Those
about.
are pretty good.
Those are pretty good.
Yummy,
Yeah.
yummy,
Hey,
yummy.
Glitch, no, for real, piss and vinegar. Try it out.
No,
Angel, please.
Jesus
Listen,
Christ.
they are trying to experiment, and you can put this stuff on anything. Not just on water, but on tea, juice. They even have a flavor specifically made for milk because they pride themselves on not just delicious flavor, but more importantly, variety. I guarantee you that just like Baskin-Robbins ice cream, there is one flavor in there that is for you. Piss and vinegar.
Dear
Let's
Lord,
move
Angel.
on. Thanks,
All right.
Angel. Okay.
Again, thanks to Glitch Energy for partnering with us. Angel is completely out of his mind.
Love you.
You see, he snorted a lot of Legos as a kid. There's no.
Excuse you, I chew those. Give me some credit, sir.
Yeah, I don't fucking believe it.
All right, so moving on here. Now,
Disgraceful.
what's important that I want to bring up is on the Ravens Flock. Yeah.
We're
no.
starting strong.
Listen,
Yeah.
while we pride ourselves in streaming 4 shows every single week, another big piece of our bread and butter for this channel is going to it's going to nerd conventions, and we do our best to try to go to as many nerd conventions as we can every year.
So far, how many have we gone to officially as the Ravens Flock? 1.
Listen.
We
Obviously-
could really use some support here, folks.
But when we do attend these conventions, you know, we try to capture the awesome parts of it. The shows, the cosplayers. My goodness, the cosplayers. So many cosplayers that roam around the floors.
The events, the merchandise.
And the guests. The voice actors and other like media appearances. It's awesome and it's great, and we want to capture the awesome parts of these nerd conventions. Now, of course, there are conventions that we can't go to that are outside of Florida, like outside our purview, and that's okay.
Called We're Broke. Send us to those conventions. Send us there. Throw money our way for the love of God. It would help the worst way. Wait, aren't these your lines, Angel?
Yes, they are, but since you're already doing that, I might as well take some lines from your cue. While we normally do cover the best aspects of the convention, we are not so naive as to assume that everything goes well. For example, Mr. Arouse usually has a show called The Black Files, where he addresses darker, more difficult, usually more dramatic topics focused on one thing. Now, normally that's the kind of thing that stays on his territory, but we're going to start the show with a little change of pace, because we're going to show you that while we do enjoy cons, we are not blind to the fact that they do have their darker sides. One of which, unfortunately, we have been ever so unfortunate to witness in our most recent and beginning article.
Exactly. This is an incident that's happened over in San Diego Comic-Con during the weekend.
Yep, last weekend. Literally.
And we're going to be discussing it right now. And before we get to this topic, we do need to issue an obligatory disclaimer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. This is going to be sensitive, to say the least. This story involves human trafficking. All right,
and we're going on some dark shit right now.
This is gonna get dark. It's gonna be wild, and for the record, we do not endorse this kind of behavior in any way, shape, or form.
Sir.
Obvious fucking Lee. We're simply reporting on this, so YouTube human reviewers, as Stef the Alternator would have said. So YouTube, like fucking, where's the? Here you are. So YouTube human reviewer, I see you lurking. We're talking about a news story that happened last week. We're not endorsing this. We're not encouraging people to do this.
We're not supporting it.
We're not supporting it. We're telling people that this shit happened, and we're condemning it in the hardest fucking tones. So don't try me. All right? I will F you up!
Our lawyers have advised you
Raw and hard!
Our lawyers have advised us to tell you that the Ravens flock does not, in fact, support the bad thing. And sadly, the bad thing has happened.
And also to make sure the people who go to cons actually keep their eyes open to anything that seems a little suspicious.
And
because,
report it
Yeah.
as soon as you find out.
Yes.
Shame that it has
cons
to
are
go
for
to
fun,
limits.
but fun always has a
We
darker side lurking behind it.
Fun is subjective, like human trafficking. Yes.
Yeah. Now,
All right.
and this article provided to us by NBC.
No, all right. So yeah, here's the article for you guys. Well, this is the primary article.
the fucking truck. Are you
Give me a minute over here. Let me actually share the article with the fine folks at home.
Please do.
La 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 la.
You know what the funny thing is? Coincidentally, while Juan is doing this,
Here we go.
the Evil fighting game tournament just concluded a while ago. They came under some heat too because they organized an orgy.
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
It's
All right.
apparently a bit against the rules to do that.
All right, here
All
we
right.
go.
So, in this article provided to us by what's the
By
website?
NBC7 San Diego.
The headline reads: Comic-Con sex trafficking sting results in 14 arrests.
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead, Juan.
So 10 potential sex trafficking victims were recovered during the operation run by San Diego's Human Trafficking Task Force. Now, this comes to us by the City News Service and Dave Summers for NBC7 San Diego. All right, so here we go. An anti-human trafficking sting at last weekend's San Diego Comic-Con International resulted in 14 arrests of people seeking to purchase sex and the recovery of 10 potential sex trafficking victims, authorities announced Wednesday.
Christ.
The operation involved law enforcement officers working undercover as sex buyers in order to identify traffickers and victims, as well as the posting of fake advertisements soliciting sex.
Hello, fellow criminals.
Oh,
Where
man.
can I purchase some sex?
All right, I'll continue on here.
Sorry, this shit is bananas.
From Thursday through Saturday, 14 alleged sex buyers were arrested and 10 victims were recovered, including one who was
Jesus
16 years old, according to the California Attorney General's office, which said support services were provided for the victims. Unfortunately,
According to the California Attorney General Rob Bonta,
said this, and I quote, "Unfortunately, sex traffickers capitalize on large-scale events such as Comic-Con to exploit their victims for profit."
Of course, it's busy, it's bustling, nobody paid attention to jack shit. The operation was conducted by the multi-agency San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force. You know what? Props to those officers for doing their damn job properly. Composed of federal and state law enforcement agencies and prosecutor offices. Everyone is in disguise. It's like Halloween. They feel like they are invisible. Marisa Ugarte, the director of the Bilateral Safety Corridor Coalition, told NBC7. Ugarte's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Ugarte is cheering on the 30 to 50 undercover officers with the San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force working Comic-Con daily to make so many arrests. Find the buyers or predators of the 14 people arrested for me. It was like, 10 women. One of them was just 16 years old. The rest in their 20s and 30s were liberated from their traffickers and in this sting operation, Ugarte said.
Now, Ugarte's organization will be caretaking some of those adults. Another quote from him, where she says, "We do crisis intervention, case management. We find them jobs, housing, and everything."
San Diego ranks 13th for human trafficking among large cities. Rob Bonta said he's working sex trafficking cases in the area all year round. His words: "We will detect you. We will dismantle your operation. We will arrest you, and we will hold you accountable," he says.
Damn.
Now, the 14 arrested face solicitation charges. In a statement to NBC7 on Wednesday, the San Diego Comic Convention said, and I quote, "Obviously, we find this very disturbing, and while we are not made aware of this operation, it is our understanding that the arrests were made outside of the event. We work closely with a variety of law enforcement entities throughout the year and stand ready to assist in any way we can."
For someone whose organization takes credit for liberating more than 3,000 victims since its creation in 2005, Ugarte calls this Comic-Con sting a success. She finishes by saying, "This is a big number on one operation." So, all right. So, yay, this is a happy ending, I guess. You can say what you want about the police, like I do. Fuck the police. But in this particular instance, this is them doing their fucking job right.
Well, can you imagine if all of them actually did their job? We wouldn't be saying, fuck the police. We would say, oh my God, thank you for being there.
Yeah,
Well,
you
in
wouldn't
this
be
case, we
safe
can
Yes.
if you
say-
defund the police.
And that's the thing. It's not all police.
Obviously, it isn't. Otherwise,
it's-
the entire place will be falling apart by now.
Exactly. It's just there are a lot of
lot of
issues
bad
that
apples.
need to be addressed.
There's
You
a
know-
lot of
Police
bad
force.
apples, but there are good apples.
You know, ironically, for all the protesting, those chest cameras were actually a good thing because people now get to see which ones are doing their job properly
Yeah.
and which
And
ones
then
are
which
not
ones
doing their job
switch off
properly.
their
Yeah, and that's the
cameras.
thing.
Those are the special
They know
Mm-hmm.
if there is an electrical shortage with those body cams. So of course, they're not going to be like, "Oh, you turn it off." They're
no.
like, "Oh
Yeah.
no, it's
They
an
will
electrical
know.
thing."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to the actual topic, yes, this operation was a success, though it doesn't change the fact that it is kind of fucked up that it had to happen in the first place. That is, god damn it. One of those wasn't even an adult, dude.
She was a
16-year-old.
16-year-old teenage girl.
Like,
what the
not
fuck?
to mention the fact that all the others are sex trafficking victims, which means that they weren't even there to begin with in their first place.
That's
and
a lot
Actually,
of trauma
Can you
that those
imagine
victims go through.
if some of them were missing people?
most
Yeah.
likely
Right?
they were.
Yeah.
Or illegal immigrants that were basically used as hard labor,
Yeah.
specifically hard labor. This is okay. Listen, I'm not gonna turn into a prude and tell you that sex is not out in cons. There's adults there; they will do adult business as long as you don't bring the kids into this mess. Whatever you do behind your room
As long
with
as
your
you have
fancy
consent.
cosplay,
Yep.
your
Consent
business.
is the biggest thing.
But solicitation is already a very dodgy situation because you have no idea where the goods and services come from, for lack of a better term. Like these people were essentially being pimped out, which is a good thing that there was a mysterious sex haver there with a skateboard going, "Hello, fellow sex havers, where can I purchase the sex?"
Kind of funky, but also at the same time,
Hey, if it works.
if it fucking worked, then it worked.
Congratulations to the officers who did their proper job, and our sincerest condolences to those poor victims. I do sincerely hope this organization can properly help them out, but that's okay. What con is this? San Diego?
San Diego Comic-Con.
The
That's
biggest
of the-
one.
That's the biggest one.
Yes.
This could be happening in the ones that are not so big as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it is important why you must keep an eye on this kind of situation, and as you guys said, report anything that may seem suspicious.
Also,
you never
buddy
know when
system.
somebody's willing.
Buddy system.
Yes, buddy system.
It's a
Yes.
shame it has to go to this level to begin with. It's a con. We're supposed to have fun. It's supposed to be a
Especially
safe place
when
for
night
everybody.
starts to fall.
Especially when night starts to fall.
Especially when there's alcohol involved.
Man,
And unfortunately, Florida conventions are no exception to the rule. Like, how many instances have we read about and have we come across where stuff like, well, not to the point of human trafficking, but like scummy shit has happened.
Well, it's also
Nobody
Yes.
knows.
Florida. It's also
Yeah.
It's
Florida.
also Florida, like we're the Australia of America.
I miss the days where the worst thing that happened was when somebody got drunk and shit on the third floor stairs. We really had
Memories.
it easier those days. Scott
Memories.
McNeil tried to kill me. It was pretty fun.
It's okay.
Scott McNeil.
He tried
You
to
can-
rip my throat out.
And then you two,
my
then you
Lord.
three had a beer with them.
Yeah, it was
And I
pretty
was
cool.
nowhere to be found because you guys didn't like having.
You got to meet Jessica Negri. Shut up.
Yeah, you don't get to.
That was a
complain.
chance occurrence, okay?
Oh, yeah,
You guys
well.
planned it.
I,
Shut
ch-
up.
I
No,
chanced
we
on
didn't.
that, Spinator. You don't get to complain because you found the 2 full moons in the sky, sir.
Death by snoo snoo. Yes.
Death by snooze.
Scott was such a sweetheart.
He's a cool dude.
All right,
For
but
real.
getting back to it, we do have another article that actually.
No, it's not an article. This is the actual press release that came out from the
Oh,
DA's
okay.
office,
Ah.
from the Attorney General's office. I brought it up because I wanted to make sure that folks actually got to read in on this. And
This is great.
And I also wanted to point out, we did try to actually contact the Attorney General's office yesterday to see if there had been any follow-up or if there had been any additional developments regarding the status of the victims and the of the, as well as the status of the alleged suspects. So we wanted to make sure how else this was going to proceed, and if this was also going to be if this is also part of a larger operation that they're trying to work on. However, as of now, they hadn't left any message. There hadn't been any response. But we want to go ahead and share with you guys the actual press statement that came out from the Attorney General's office, Rob Bonta.
All right, go ahead, Wancho.
So, yeah, Attorney General Rob Bonta and San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force target human traffickers at comic convention in San Diego. Why do they keep calling it comic convention? It's San Diego Comic-Con. What the fuck, guys?
Don't worry about
All
The
right.
SanCon don't come.
No. All right, let me take a look here. As
You say no just as LA Knight starts shaking his head like, nah.
Nah. All right, as a part of a joint investigation through the San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force, California Attorney General Rob Bonta today announced the results of a human trafficking sting aimed at recovering victims of sex trafficking and targeting sex buyers using the San Diego Comic-Con Convention to seek out potential victims. From July 25th to the 27th, 2024, the California Department of Justice, San Diego's Human Trafficking Task Force, and conducted an anti-human trafficking operation coinciding with the Comic-Con Convention. Just call it. Wow, these guys. Sorry, that's so cumbersome. Blah, blah, blah.
I know, it's a cromulent pile of words.
God, Comic-Con that resulted in the arrest of 14. Yep, we already know that. We already know this. Fortunately, yep, we already knew this part. These arrests send a clear message to potential offenders that their criminal behavior will not be tolerated. We are grateful that to all our dedicated partners involved in the San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force, whose collaboration had been invaluable. We take great part in our office's commitment to uplifting vulnerable Californians by offering them assistance and guidance where they need it the most. There's no more insidious crime than human trafficking, says San Diego Sheriff Kelly Martinez. The coercion and violence which enslaves people for profit and places them into forced labor or sex is criminal. As a sheriff, I support the efforts of all our justice partners in holding perpetrators accountable. I appreciate the focus that was placed on the recent convention to identify and rescue victims of human trafficking.
The San Diego Police Department is a proud member of the San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force, said San Diego Police Chief Wall. The Wall!
What? They didn't even give Wall his full name.
He doesn't have it. That is the name.
That is his name. It just goes by Wall.
He was born and he said no longer. See, you know how ACAB stands for All Cops Are Bastards?
Yeah.
In his house, it stands for Assigned Cop at Birth.
Anyways,
Ow.
He came out seeking the law.
Right.
So he continued his statement.
Working together, teams identified and arrested more than a dozen individuals participating in these illegal acts in our city over the weekend. The successful operation recovered 10 victims of human trafficking, including that poor girl, 16-year-old girl. The results show our collective dedication to combating human traffic and holding criminals accountable are working.
Sorry.
San Diego proudly hosts special events like Comic-Con. Oh, hey, since why they didn't say Comic Convention. Highly attended events like these allow us to showcase our growing and beautiful city, said Christopher Davis, acting special agent in charge of the HSI San Diego. However, when people use these events as an opportunity to prey upon minors, HSI and our law enforcement partners will find you and bring you before a court of law to face criminal charges. There is no place for alleged predators to operate in our city, and HSI is committed to helping the victims of these crimes.
So, human trafficking is a grave violation of human rights and a crime that requires a concerted and unified response, said Special Agent in Charge Nicholas Carter, NCIS Southwest Field Office. Our participation in this joint task force underscores NCIS's unwavering commitment to our service members, their families, and the broader community from exploitation and abuse. The anti-human trafficking operation targeted sex buyers and focused on recovering potential victims of sex trafficking and arrested traffickers. Law enforcement personnel worked undercover as sex buyers to identify and contact potential victims of trafficking and arrest their traffickers. As part of the operation, undercover law enforcement personnel also posted undercover advertisements soliciting sex to arrest sex buyers. As a result of the 3-day operation, 14 sex buyers were arrested, 9 adult potential victims of sex trafficking were recovered and offered services, and 1 16-year-old juvenile was recovered. Child welfare services and adult juvenile support service advocates were on scene to provide support as needed.
All right. The SDHTTF is a cooperative effort involving the Department of Justice, California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, California Highway Patrol, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Homeland Security Investigations, National City Police Department, San Diego City Attorney's Office, San Diego County District Attorney's Office, San Diego County Probation Department, San Diego County Sheriff's Department, San Diego Police Department, Southwest Border High-Intensity Drug Trafficking Area,
Opposed to low-intensity drug trafficking area?
and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of California. The Naval Criminal Investigation Services are also assisted in the operation.
Right, that was a long list. But, well, looks like this actually turned out to be a relatively happy story with a good ending, because the criminals have been caught and the victims will hopefully get the assistance they deserve. But, damn, dude, how long do you think this was going on? Because it almost feels like they got those results way too easily.
Well, considering that these guys got it all done throughout the course of the weekend of San Diego Comic-Con, the fact that they actually managed to bull rush through that is fucking astounding.
Yeah.
So this is what happens when cops do their job right.
Yeah.
Incorrectly.
So,
Yeah.
translation, cops need to go undercover more often.
No, cops need to actually arrest people who are doing actual bad shit.
Arrest. Right.
Yeah, I know. These are the kind of
Yeah.
motherfuckers
Listen,
that
Well,
we
and
would.
that's the
are
thing.
scum.
They need to know exactly how to de-escalate the situation and
Instead
not
of
only resort
escalating.
No,
to
Angel,
violence.
Angel. Popping them would be too easy for them.
Fine, but for the record, corpses can escalate for shit.
Yeah, but they also can't talk for shit either, Angel.
To give their side of the story.
No, not even their side of the story, Dragonfang. I'm just talking about in terms of like
Interrogation.
the interrogation in terms of like, okay, who are your co-conspirators? Who are you working with? Who are you guys working for? Are you taking orders from anyone? Is
Put
this
the
all
nuts
part of
together.
any other operation? We want to fucking
Damn.
know, and maybe, just maybe, we won't put you in a hole. Instead, we'll put you in a hole alive.
We'll put you in a hole with the nice prisoners.
Exactly, the
No.
nice ones.
The ones that don't, the ones
You
that
gotta
like
deal
people.
with them.
I was talking about the victims.
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
there's that.
Yes. If they get killed, they don't have their side of the story being told.
Well, yeah, there's that.
No, we're not talking about them getting killed. When were the victims? Where would they get?
Not like any.
No.
You never know what happens if a firefight breaks out.
She means if something went wrong
Yeah.
and then they
Oh.
ended up.
Victim.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yep.
cas-
If
casualty.
something goes sour.
Bullets
Ah.
can ricochet
Yeah.
off concrete. Do you know that?
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
now I understand. I
Yep.
got crisscross
All the same,
type of
I'm
stuff.
happy
Wires
that this
got
ended in
crossed.
a relatively good note.
Your wire's got a little bit of electrocution
Just a
in
little.
there, and then
Not a lot.
No, you're
You're
fine.
like
You're
Batty.
fine,
You're
Dragon
like
Fang.
Batty.
Don't worry.
Sounds like
Yeah,
he needs
right.
energy.
Batty from
Alright.
I've got plenty of energy. I'm just nuts.
But
But like, this really fucking depressing that this came up, and a lot of folks when this came out were shocked as hell. I went ahead and the moment I found the story, the moment I found out about it, like, no, I need to check. Fucking fact check, and I found the
100%
fucking
sure.
article. I found the fucking Attorney General's statement. I'm like, oh my god, this was real. Okay, we gotta share it with the flock. I gotta tell you guys about
yeah.
it.
On the
can
bright
you-
side, this was real, but it wasn't the case of, hey, you know what? The actual criminals got caught. So if nothing else, this is the best bad news we had all week. For lack of a better
But
term.
this is still another like bad story in the world of nerd convention,
Yeah,
and
but
it's just another opportunity for people outside the bubble to take a jab at it.
But
Alas.
guys, could you imagine if any one of our friends were there?
yeah,
Yeah, that would have been pretty
Any
bad.
one of them could have been targeted.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought.
the thing is, you never know. You never.
Oh
know
yeah, no, Sis and
what
I could
might
have easily been
happen.
targeted. We small and portable.
We could
No,
easily be.
No, that's not what. No, that's not what happened. Like, it's not like kidnapping someone who was attending the convention and
No,
picking
no,
them
no,
out.
no,
If that-
but they would have their eye on you
Yeah.
for future.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
They
yes,
could
they
also
fucking
be
would.
They would-
scouting
they
out
would be-
new
They would be
victims.
keeping tabs.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Scum is
remember,
as scum
they don't
does.
just do it for people that they already had. It's
Yeah.
they scout for
Yeah.
potential people, considering there's so many people who
They'll be like,
all
"Ooh,
come in there. So
who
you'd be like,
else can we
huh,
grab?
we see
Who
this
else can we grab?"
person
Gotcha.
Yeah,
looks like
there's
they're
filthy
always on
shit
their
out there,
own.
man.
All
Yeah.
right. Makes sense. Understood. All right. I
Thankfully,
get
in
what
this
you mean.
case, it was stopped before it got to the bad part, and congratulations to the organizations that came together to put all those bastards behind bars for the rest of their
This
miserable
needs to
lives.
continue.
Yes.
Yeah, gotta keep up the good work.
Needs to continue, and this needs to stop.
It has to stop, but also keep going, but also stop.
Okay, I see what you're trying to say there, Fisetter. This makes you wonder: is it short for Metropolis Convention or Metropolitan Convention?
Metropolitan, we cannot afford a
How
Metropolis.
the fuck have I
I've not
not
thought about this sooner. I do know that for the fact state of Tampa, at one point assumed it was Metrosexual Convention. Quickly resolved Lamau. They might do it. Dear God, you're serious though. Like, okay, I'm jealous, Krill. I want to see if they're okay. Yeah, no, it is really sad, and yeah, like I get what you mean, like, but like I'm pretty sure when they named MetroCon, it was okay. It was because the folks who founded it based it off of the old school message board that it was based on the online community there. It was animemetro.com. And so Anime Metro became MetroCon.
Oh, I get it.
Yes.
That's
That's where-
called Metro because Metro is an underground trail railway, and that was early in the day when anime was underground.
Yes.
Yes.
Back
That
in the faraway
explains that.
time.
back when it was
2003.
underground, back when it was unique.
Back when it was good.
Back in the faraway
I mean, it's
times.
still good.
The before times.
Back before all these massive
Dragonfang,
companies
with
tried
this-
to get their hands on it.
Yeah, now it's becoming more commonplace.
I know,
You had-
disgusting.
you had
I
your
want
mic
to bomb it in
on.
my mouth.
No, you were wiggling it that way.
All right.
The point is, like, this story was fucking shocking. But because like the fact that people are using our space, our domains. Yeah, we haven't set foot in the San Diego Comic-Con, but we will.
Still our home turf.
But it's our turf. It's our peoples, our kinsmen's. It's our fucking domain, and they're fucking using it to pimp out like unfortunate ladies and even underage teenage girls. God fucking damn it, it's ridiculous. And it's fucking depressing that they would use our conventions as a backdrop for their disgusting enterprise.
Well, hopefully this will teach them a lesson. Now they know that they can't just go peddle their merchandise everywhere. They gotta drive underground to extent, but if nothing else, they know that this is not some free-for-all green pasture they can go to. The people... Is that fucker pulling out the knuckle duster again?
Yes.
Hang on. We'll get...
Christ.
Yeah,
Point in
but
case
That's the whole
is...
point. He's a cheater.
One of the important aspects of this kind of operation is not just to rescue the victim, it's to show those pieces of scum that there is nowhere safe they can peddle their craft for chance. They got lucky they got out in one piece.
I agree, 100%.
Listen, I disagree instinctively with police brutality, but sometimes, only sometimes, a little brutality. You can have a little brutality as a treat.
Yeah, no, and you know what? I agree. I'm glad that it's over with. I'm glad that the people involved were able to stop it when they can. And the only thing we can offer is our sympathy and our condolences to the victims, to the people that were affected by this. And Wancho, you good, man?
I'm sharing.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Hey guys, by the way, Ellie and I
I'm
won.
sharing the link. I'm
He kicked
sharing
his
the
ass.
link. Good.
Look at that. You should have seen it. He was about to do the super punch. He grabbed him by the head and just drove him into the ground. It was
Forgive us,
beautiful.
folks. Like, we actually do have
okay.
SummerSlam in the background, but it's muted, so...
Yeah, see, Jose insisted that we watch SummerSlam live, even though you can rewind the live stream!
But it's not
But
the same.
Angel wants to see his favorite dude get his ass beat.
See, here's the thing, though. It's not the same because you want to know that everybody else is watching at the same time as you are. I am with you guys, and I am with everybody in there right now.
Wonderful! We're on the clock!
My
All right.
soul.
But getting back to it, listen.
Actually, considering. Sorry, Jose, but you go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
All right. I was just gonna say, like, I was just trying to reiterate, saying, like, hey, listen, like, obviously our sympathies and our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims who were harmed during this. Before the law enforcement's cracked down on those assholes in their sting. Like, oh man. Come on, any other thoughts?
Ladies, no, you're good. No, they
It
want
needs to happen more often. They
Yeah.
need to dismantle more of these operations.
What I think happened, like, because I don't know how these things work and everything. I think that, I mean, the reason why they arrested them, outside the convention is because, again, that's where the victims were being held. So they were probably, going around and just prodding to find buyers in the convention. Maybe even told their future buyers, hey, come here, we can do business. And then they
Hide
just
in plain sight.
follow them out of the con. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And then
probably
take
how
care
it
of
works.
Basically hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
Okay,
think that's how it's
You
supposed
wouldn't
to.
know.
Uh-huh.
They're putting the fucking...
The only thing is, I'm curious now. Because, yeah, we see a lot of normies now in cons, especially the bigger ones.
Oh, yeah.
filthy casuals.
So now, especially in the bigger ones, it's easier to go in there
Blend in.
Yeah.
as just normal people and you won't look out of place.
We gotta keep harder. This is getting out of control.
Filthy
Oh my
casuals.
no.
Hold it up to me. I got onion on my hand. Also, think about it. How I don't know how many people were there. I actually haven't looked at it. In terms of those who were rescued,
10.
10 victims.
a large group such as that would be considered out of place anywhere
Except in a con.
except a convention.
Yeah.
In basically
the-
just
Because
a
there's
con.
a lot of bodies on the floor.
It's a good place to move. Pardon the phrasing, but I'm
Move the merch.
to move product
Mm-hmm.
without suspicion. That's probably why they were there. And add to it, they were probably eyeing new product.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, that being said,
Yeah, like I was over here trying to say. Sorry, Zay, didn't like because
no, go on.
what I wanted to say earlier was the fact that, like, I know we were distracted over here while we were watching, we're watching SummerSlam live right now, while we're on the air, and at the same time, like, Angel was exclaiming and ecstatic over the fact that LA Knight won his match and became the new United States champion after defeating Logan Paul.
Yes, that's right. It's time to talk about the piece of shit that we all don't like, Logan Paul. Who, yes, competed at SummerSlam tonight over in Cleveland, Ohio, and he just lost the WWE United States Championship against LA Knight.
Yeah!
He tried to do the super punch thing, and LA saw that shit coming, hooked the arm, grabbed his head, turned it around, and just allowed him to introduce you to gravity.
But Logan Paul losing the United States Championship is just the least of his problems.
Alas, it is time to offer a little context. As you know, Olympics. That aside... Exactly.
But anyways,
Instead of murdering each other in horrible warfare, we just beat each other at sports.
Isn't that nice? The true spirit of competition. Well, recently the women's boxing division just finished one of their first rounds. There was some unpleasant controversy with one of the particular athletes who previously had or undergone previous controversy was accused of not being a woman. It was implied by her masculine looks that she may have been a transgender athlete. Now, for the record, this is not the case. As far as we know, and as far as the official records state, this athlete is biologically female. She, however, was born with an interesting genetic quirk that gives her a bit more testosterone than the average woman, which means that she gets a slight amount of extra punching strength. What this translates to is that the fact that her opponent took one punch because she let her guard down, very amateur mistake, and folded like an origami. It was very funny to watch. It was in fact kind of hilarious.
now obviously you can't argue against a person and the stuff that they were born with, like pre-existing conditions. It happens.
This is not really her fault. She's still a fully 100% woman. She's allowed to compete. And let's be honest, her boxing record is actually kind of...
It's not the best.
She has 9 wins and 5 losses.
And that
Actually,
means that,
5 knockouts.
Yeah.
and that means that she has lost
Yeah.
to other women.
Yeah. Better boxers. Stronger
So
boxers.
that's got nothing to do with the amount of testosterone fueling her muscles.
Absolutely nothing. More importantly, it has become a disturbingly common trend of mediocre male athletes transitioning, and I'm putting quotations on that, just to compete in women's divisions and take their medals instead. This is clearly not the case.
Also, it's not really that much of a trend per se, because
Well,
not a lot of guys are actually actively doing that
I could have
shit.
sworn I saw it more than it should have happened. Well, whatever. Point in case is, this is not one of those cases. Despite what the usual grifting channels and screaming dumbasses on Twitter will tell you, this was a fight between 2 women, and one of them was clearly a better fighter. That is all there is to it.
Apparently not according to Logan Paul, though.
God damn it!
Yep.
Can I say something?
Before we get to the article, please.
Yes. When it comes to guys transitioning to compete in women's sports, I have this from a trans woman friend of mine who is having to rebuild all of her muscles.
Yep.
And she's injured herself several times by trying to do what she did pre-transition. And no, if you go into a transition to compete better, no, estrogen does not fuel muscle building nearly as much as testosterone does, so that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Point in case is, however, that there is no actual transition happening here. This is a biological woman. She got into a boxing fight with another woman. The other one let her guard down and took a solid square punch right to the front of her face, and she decided, okay, I'm done. That was the end of the story. And in a nicer, more comprehensible world, that would have been the end of the story. But in a nicer world, we wouldn't have Logan Paul either. So unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with that.
Yep. Twitter may not be real, but idiots who vocalize their opinions are 100% real.
Alas.
Wancho?
All right, so here we go. We'll start off with the first piece of this thing. So you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with Logan Paul? This is what it has to do with Logan fucking Paul. In an article brought to us by the Sportster, headline reads, Logan Paul denies backstage reaction from WWE on Olympics boxing comments. Now, here's what's up. This comes to us by Jim Parsons. Cool. All right, so yay. So he's not what's his face, Sheldon Cooper anymore. Now he's writing for that. Whatever. Okay, so Logan Paul is no stranger to stirring up controversy on social media, a tactic that has contributed to his popularity. However, his recent remarks regarding the Olympics and athlete Imane Khelif have raised eyebrows, and many have landed him in hot water with WWE. In a since-deleted post, Paul labeled Khelif's participation as, quote, the purest form of evil, arguing that, quote, a man was allowed to beat up a woman on a global stage. This comment stems from a heated debate over Khelif's biological status, as she was born female but has faced scrutiny over her XY chromosomes.
For the record, remember, the fight was one punch. She didn't corner her fucking opponent and beat her into the ground like a victim of a mugging.
Exactly,
She
no.
threw one punch.
Saitama was nowhere near that ring.
Bro, I just wanted to be a hero for fun. What happened?
Nope, you're not allowed.
Damn.
Why would you want fun, Angel? Fun's not allowed as far
But
as
it's
these.
the Olympics.
I
Also,
know.
why should we be surprised that Logan Paul will open his mouth and say something completely
Oh
ridiculous?
no, see, we're not surprised that Logan Paul opened his mouth and said something stupid. No. What is causing this stir-up is the fact that after he was proven wrong, he continued to double down on his stupidity. And I do mean double down. He kept that post up for how long?
Are we
Seven-
surprised?
He kept it up for
No,
several
no.
days.
Oh, yeah.
Actively refused to acknowledge in any way, shape, or form until very recently that he was wrong. For the record, just enough time for the opponent, the lady who lost the boxing match, to go, yeah, no, that wasn't me, I fucked up.
Yeah, Angela Carini was
you.
the other boxer, the Italian boxer who faced the Algerian boxer who got her face bopped in.
I mean,
as a
listen,
result.
I would feel bad for her, but you gotta admit it. Lowering her guard so quickly at the beginning of the match was a that was an amateur mistake. Like,
It's a dumbass mistake.
you cannot, in boxing, people don't understand how delicate the human face is. Getting punched in the right location will put you on the ground. And she took a full fist, like a straight jab, to her entire skull. It was almost like a cartoon. I swear to God, I heard the Looney Tunes smack sound.
But don't worry, Angela. People have instantly forgotten about this because while Logan Paul may have pulled his tweets down, the internet is forever.
Oh,
All right,
yes,
so
it is.
let's show you guys his actual original tweets on this shit. I'm gonna zoom in on it. Oh yeah, and I did screenshot this shit on the day it happened. So as of 1 hour prior, yeah, this is the purest form of evil unfolding right before your eyes. A man was allowed to beat up a woman on a global stage, crushing her live stream while fighting for her deceased father. This delusion must end.
I love how he goes for the sentimental attack. Like, listen, buddy, it's the Olympics.
And after and before that, the previous version of it, he just had a biological man was allowed to beat up a woman.
That's
Jeez!
even scummier because you know the best part is that he's trying to go for the sentimental angle. Like, buddy, it's the Olympics. Everybody there who loses is having their lives dream crushed. Who knows how many athletes are fighting for their father? Shit! Just 24 hours ago, a Frenchman has his dreams crushed because his massive dong was too big and it cost him to lose the fucking medal. Are you gonna make an article about that too? Just a few moments ago, this Frenchman's giant penis destroyed his entire life.
Yep.
You do realize that people make big deals out of really stupid things. I mean, look, people were getting mad over this one guy's fucking swim trunks.
Oh my god, that.
And they said it looked like a nappy.
No, I'm pretty sure
No,
that's just
it
a
looked,
fold of
like
clothing.
a toddler's
Nappy.
Arm, a
A
nappy.
nappy. A nappy.
Oh, people are
And
crazy.
they were like,
nappy.
oh, it's flash colored. I'm like, okay.
It wasn't. It was white
Oh
with
my
like geometric.
Oh, like a
circles.
diaper, and they're like,
Yeah.
diaper fetishes! You're trying
No,
to act
no.
diaper fetish
Do you
on
know?
us.
Do you
It
know
was
how
blowing
long it
up on
was?
Twitter.
It was literally this long.
Yeah. They were like biker shorts
Yeah, they
size.
were.
They were
So he
swim
was just wearing underwear? What's
Yeah, he was just
I
wearing swim
guess,
trunks.
just when-
Yeah.
You know
like
what
a
the-
swimmer would.
You know what the
Yeah,
scariest thing?
because it's aerodynamic.
But no, they said it apparently turned flesh colored in the water. I'm like,
Yeah,
they're
like,
like,
no,
no,
it
it
No, they
didn't.
don't. That's not.
There was
that doesn't
a
work
photo.
like that.
There was a photo that showed him
Again,
out of the water,
like-
and it was
Yeah,
white.
like I said, people make a big deal out of fucking
Remember
nothing.
that damn guy, that dude, that scientist nearly got his life ruined by a shirt?
Wait, remind me. Which
Many
shirt?
years ago, a certain astrophysicist, whose name I cannot remember, he went to a convention. Apparently, my dude is making some big advancements on the world of astrophysics and landing on asteroids. Like, he's he was wearing a shirt that a friend made for him with beautiful women on the shirt, and he was accused of sexism just for wearing the shirt.
It wasn't one with freaking hentai panels on it, was it?
No, it was just scantily clad ladies. Classic, regular Hawaiian-ass looking t-shirt. And they hounded this man just for a shirt.
Oh my god!
Bro,
I want to
people are
smack
insane
things.
People go
on the
after the
internet.
stupidest things.
I know.
Case-
It's
Yes,
great.
they do. But
You know what? Hold on, Jose. You know something? We need to go to the authority. We need to go to the #1 person on Earth who can tell us for certain, once and for all, beyond the shadow of a doubt, who is allowed to be in men's sports and who is allowed in women's sports.
wait, hang on a minute. Who can do that?
Why, none other than everyone's favorite transphobe, J.K. Rowling.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
This is another stupid...
Yeah, no. Her fucking stupid...
Jake. Yep.
Yeah, she
J.K.
opened
Rowling
up-
open.
She can't keep her mouth shut.
Go for it, Juan.
Why
Could
can't
any
she keep her mouth
picture
shut?
sum up our new men's rights movement better? The smirk of a male who knows he's protected by a misogynist sporting establishment, enjoying the distress of a woman he just punched in the head,
What?
and whose life's ambitions he just shattered.
They always
Hashtag
do the
Paris
same thing.
2024.
Huh?
Okay, question. First off, what do the men's rights movement have anything to do with this?
Nothing!
They are completely separate from the trans movement.
No,
Second,
like, she's-
there is no trans movement happening here,
Here.
because those are women.
Those are both women's.
Also,
Yeah.
once again, that stupid sentimental hook. Oh, she crushed her life's dream. Shut the fuck up. Everybody who loses here loses their life's dream. That's the whole point of the Olympics. That people win and people lose. God.
It's even dumber than that because it's even dumber than you can imagine because the Italian chick, the one who lost against the Algerian boxer, she didn't get pummeled. She took one bop and surrendered. She scooped as you would play as in Magic the Gathering or
By
Yu-Gi-Oh.
one punch.
One bop in the nose and then she gave up.
She lost one life point and left.
Also, how many Horcruxes does J.K. Rowling have? We need to hunt them down and just... Actually, no, that's too morbid. But she
Doesn't-
needs to shut the hell up.
Doesn't J.K. Rowling have anything better to do with her billions upon billions of dollars?
You mean
I'm
besides
gonna,
being
I'm gonna say
wrong?
this right now. No. No,
Like,
she doesn't.
the best part is,
She's trying to be, hey, look,
Prevalent.
I don't like this.
Relevant.
Yeah.
She's trying to keep herself trending.
bro,
she does.
you are the most rich woman in the state of Scotland. Go be rich somewhere
Nation.
else. Live your life. Be happy. Have you considered being happy?
She wants to be back in the spotlight again.
Get out.
Listen, I feel sad that I ever thought of her as a childhood hero. That's only because she really inspired me to write. Well, guess what? You're a bitch now.
I don't.
Well, the
More
good.
than a bitch.
Well, unfortunately, J.K. Rowling could easily walk away from this and just leave it on the Twitter for everyone to see and not give a shit.
But Logan can't.
Nope. Because
Still
actions,
regular.
indeed, Angel, they do have consequences.
Really?
Yes.
Indeed.
Show me.
As, well, you kind of showed us on the Black Files.
Oh, yes,
but,
I did. Yes.
well, I'm talking about your consequences.
I know. I will pass them all down to you in the future.
Oh my-
Idiot. All right, go ahead.
Karmic
All right.
juice.
Now, Logan Paul's comments and follow-up stirred up controversy again.
Hey, wait a second. That's a big-ass woman on screen. Is that a man?
She must be a man.
She's bigger than her opponent.
She's
Clearly,
a
that's a
larger.
man.
All right,
She's
all right.
taller than her opponent.
Guys.
She must be a man.
All right, guys,
Fuckers.
let's bring it back.
It's all about Nia Jax versus Bailey.
Following the backlash, Paul issued an update on his stance, acknowledging the misinformation of his previous comments, and he wrote this, and I quote, "Whoopsies! I might be guilty of spreading misinformation along with along with the entirety of this app. Although she's been previously disqualified for failing a quote gender test and has XY chromosomes." Some sources say imane Khelif was born a biological woman. I stand by my sentiment that biological men should not compete against biological women in any sport, and if you disagree, you're then you're a sick fuck.
What about chess?
Apparently, he doesn't realize that.
I mean, I understand the physical differences that would keep the gender separate. That's why we have different weight divisions. But what about sports that don't require physical activity?
right?
I mean,
Or direct contact.
once we make Yu-Gi-Oh a national sport, we're gonna have some questions for Mr. Paul.
Like, and this is the tweet itself. I pulled it up for y'all to see it too. Where is it? I pulled it up just as he fucking had it deleted. So yeah, here's his fucking thing. Yeah. So here's him. You can smell the sarcasm oozing off of this tweet.
This guy's not even trying to be humble.
Why is it so hard to just go, hey guys, I fucked up, I was wrong, I'm sorry I spread misinformation, and just delete, that's it. Just delete the fucking tweet. Oh, right, because it's not about deleting anything.
It's not.
It's about putting as many eyeballs on him as possible, because Logan Paul is a parasite that feeds on clout.
Just like J.K. Rowling, he needs to keep himself trending.
You know what the irony is? That J.K. Rowling genuinely did earn her money. There is no need for her to do any of this.
Now,
she can just she can walk away anytime.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Just walk away, man. You don't need social media. You're rich.
Now, continuing
She
with
wants to be in the spotlight again.
Now, continuing with the article, while Paul wasn't the only one to make such remarks, he took a lot of heat from fans and non-fans, many of whom started wondering how this would affect his standing with World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. One report suggested, quote, WWE's public relations team reached out to Logan Paul this afternoon to talk about the tweets published by him today. He reacted to the call by, quote, complaining and screaming, and he responded, quote, a lie.
So he screamed a lot, said the word lie, and hung up.
Pretty much.
Basically, he was pitching a fit.
He pitched a fit, because he's a little bitch. And coincidentally, we just finished watching a beautiful 13 or so minute match where LA Knight took that man's ass and used it as a mop, through which he cleaned the entire arena. I'm not kidding. This was one of the most one-sided wrestling matches I've seen in a long time. Logan Paul got the advantage for like 1 minute, and then LA Knight got up and showed that motherfucker his muscles weren't just for aesthetics.
So I could read that question once.
It was
please.
beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. Now, and another part of this article asking, is WWE not bothered, or is Paul saying he took the reprimand without incident? Watch.
It's not entirely clear what Paul is saying is a lie.
I'm pretty sure it's a lie.
It's pretty much a lie.
Like, assume if it's coming out of his mouth, it's a lie.
It's either a lie or a very twisted truth.
It's not, let's see. Paul's provocative statements have generated significant attention, leading to speculation that WWE's PR team reached out to address his comments, but he didn't clarify if the untruth was that WWE reached out or if they did, or that he had an issue with it. Reports indicate that Paul reacted poorly to the warning, but he could simply be saying he took his lumps and apologized, knowing that he may have put WWE in an awkward position. However, he may also be saying WWE didn't reach out.
We're sorry.
No, I'm sorry. With that little phone, with that little bullshit oopsies.
There was an apology, and it's gone.
As Paul prepares for his,
As Paul, prepared for his match at SummerSlam, the fallout from his comments raises questions about how WWE will navigate this controversy, assuming they see it as one. If he loses the United States Championship, which he did, many speculate that he has fallen out of favor with the organization. Conversely, a victory could suggest that WWE is unconcerned about the backlash stemming from his social Juan, you scroll too
media
fast.
activity.
Scroll media activity. All I'm saying, folks, is that, yeah, Logan Paul lost to LA Knight. Yeah, but him losing the United States title, I refuse to believe that it was just a coincidence.
I mean, listen, you can make yourself look as bad as you want to drum up the fans, because everybody loves a good heel. But if you make the company look bad, that's a problem. Coincidentally, I don't know if you guys noticed, but before the match started, you know how LA Knight stole Logan Paul's prime truck?
Yes.
Before the match started, he opened the door, addressed the camera, and went, "Hey, Paul, this is for you," and he broke the truck's windows.
Yeah.
Just, this man will invade your house and vandalize your vehicle, and people will cheer for him. Think about that for a second, buddy.
Who knows? That could be symbolism or foreshadowing.
Like, as a matter of like, the whole issue of this came because the Italian boxer that imane Khelif faced, Angela Carini, took one pop in the face
and went down like a sack of bricks
and surrendered. She actually folded down and surrendered. What's
Hang
up,
on a minute.
Storm?
Isn't that Italian boxer a cop? The cop folded the moment she realized she was facing someone who could fight back.
Badum-tish.
Badum-tish.
Oh, so we had a bad cop, and then we had the shooter old man that was the good cop.
Wait, are you sure? So all cops are bitches?
Maybe?
Nah, I'm
It
kidding.
depends on geographical location.
We had good cops who stopped who stopped some human trafficking, and we had one cop who, well, let's just say she left a bit to be desired.
Long
She
story
folded
short,
under pressure?
she folded under
That's
pressure.
probably it.
At the end of the day, the story is fairly simple. 2 women went into the ring, and the better boxer won. That's it.
That's literally
It
what
should have
happens.
ended, I guarantee you,
That's
if
what
there had been
happens in
2
all
regular
sports.
dudes boxing and one went down in one punch, we would have not had any of this controversy.
Nah, yeah,
Nothing. You will not
let me
always
take-
win. You will not always lose.
It's the Olympics.
win-
The point
you
is that
win some,
a bunch of
you
people are
lose
going to
some.
lose.
Let
In
me-
fact, most of the people in the Olympics are going to lose
Yeah.
because that's the point of the Olympics.
Like
to find
99% of the people that go to
greatest.
the Olympics.
But here's the thing. The fact that you're able to even get onto the Olympic team is already a huge victory
Yeah,
for you.
just even
it's
making
a
it there is
major
monumental
achievement if you
achievement.
could do that,
Yeah.
especially
Exactly.
if you are consecutively picked for the
Pick
Olympics.
for the Olympics.
Yeah, like they
it's
think
a
that you're good enough.
giant achievement.
It's
every
like Mass
year,
Effect.
every 4
Even
years.
if you fail the N7 test, the fact that you even get to N7 is a bragging right by itself.
yes.
Like,
Also, hilariously, once again, our sincerest condolences to that French athlete who literally lost because of his Magnum Dong. Listen, I know you're not bringing home a medal, but my man, all you gotta do is tell that story and you win everything forever.
like,
Who are you?
yeah,
I'm the one who lost at the Olympics.
what
Why?
the hell? What'd you lose?
Because of my Magnum Dong.
Well, and that's the thing. It's the internet, so people can.
Oh no, they know.
People can see it now.
The video is out there, so congratulations and condolences.
Hey,
like,
on the
no.
plus side, at least it wasn't a French twist.
Ow.
Ow!
Look, I can
I hate
imagine.
it when my Schwartz gets twisted.
I can imagine how I can imagine the kind of pickup lines that he might be getting now from other Parisian ladies there. So listen, mon ami, I saw what happened to you. I'm so sorry. Do you need any comforting?
Go to the man's depressed.
Sacre bleu!
Go to the man's depressed face. Like I just wanted to compete.
Meanwhile, he's getting.
No, it's okay. He'll compete in bed.
But
Yes.
no, he's gonna win.
He wins in bed. He went for
he
the
gets
gold.
the golden bed.
He's
He's like,
pants.
Coach,
Ah.
I'm
Zip.
sorry, coach. I failed you. And the coach just goes,
You did not
I
fail.
understand.
But you
Gold
did not
medal.
fail, my son.
I have never
I
been more
understand.
proud of
Gold
you
medal.
as I am right
All right, let's take a look in the
Alright.
chat for now because I saw
Right,
a little
yeah,
discussion
before-
over here. Good point. I hate how he inserts himself into everything. She is intersex. That's right. That's like one of the clinical terms for someone who was born with more than
Different
just
chromosomes.
one set of chromosomes.
Hey, what happens if she loses in the next bout? Is anybody gonna complain about that?
No, they're gonna. You know what they'll say? They'll say like, "Oh, he's such a mediocre man
I'm
that
telling
he
you, dude.
lost to another girl." Like
Double
because
standards
of those
my God.
everywhere.
They have to have a fucking argument one way or another.
If they had no double standards, they would have no standards.
The Joseph Santos was saying, Logan Paul looks like he could have XXY chromosomes too. He should have been in the Olympics. Ow. I'm all for inclusion, but this is different. Yeah, growing up male still results in advantages prior to being estrogen treatments, though. A trans volleyball player recently paralyzed another
Oh,
player
yeah.
during a game. It needs to be even, no advantages. Isn't that why they do drug tests?
That's right.
Logan Paul should fight a woman since he's so girlish. A woman, yeah, thank you, Matthew Coburn. A woman would open a can of whoop ass on Logan Paul. Shit, yes. Haha, yeah. Let's see here. Kind of crazy. No one actually looked up the Algerian intersex lady before posting. Yeah, I know, right? Woman or not, that dude is masculine. She's not. She's a chick. This is why athletes in combat sports need to weigh in the same day.
Are
There's
they
no
on the
way
same
both.
weight, though?
They were both in the same weight class, but the
Then,
weight class was a
yeah.
little broader than one would imagine.
Olympics.
There's no way both athletes are that close in weight. That's crazy. You could be taller than one person and lighter than them at the same
is that
time.
Tiffany with Money in the Bank?
Tiffany Stratton with Money in the Bank. Yeah.
Holy
Yes.
shit!
All right. Like, for example, just one example. Jose's taller than me, right?
Yes.
I weigh more than him by 20 pounds.
You're wider
Yes.
than he is. Hey, wait!
Yeah.
Didn't you mention that wrestler? What's her name with the daughter who looks just like him?
Yeah, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
He has a daughter.
Looks like Brock Lesnar in a wig.
Yeah, no, his daughter
crazy.
Maya, she is a 21-year-old. She's in college. She is in the college teams, and she is in their shot put competitions.
Now
She
that is-
looks like just her dad with a wig.
Yeah, it's
with a
terrifying.
blonde wig.
Like
It's-
that man's genes dominated the vagina.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was
Now-
scary.
That is true, the Joseph Santos. If Manny does fail the post-competition drug test, then No, well, then that would
The
be on
internet's
her,
really
because
gonna
that would
like-
mean that she cheated, and then she fucked up. But
Like,
if she
like,
doesn't, then we can put this stupid
like here's
circumstance to rest.
here's the problem on it. The drug tests that these guys have, they don't actually account for like where do the hormones come from. They just say, okay, where are these hormones? Like, do they have double X or XYs? They don't account for where they come from.
The only
which
way
is
they would
why
account-
if you take Imane Khelif's like blood test or pee test or whatever it is, she's going to come up with a larger amount of XY chromosomes than normal.
The only time it would count is if they do a test before and one after the competition. If there is a blatant difference between those two, then we got a problem. Otherwise, we can let this matter rest.
Or, wouldn't they be able to also check with the medical records?
There's also that.
That's another thing.
Oh,
Now,
yeah, let's not forget, she comes from a country that prohibits transition.
That's another thing
you
that
cannot
people
do anything
forget.
there. No surgeries, no drugs, nothing.
Imane Khelif is Algerian. Algeria is 100% anti-LGBTQ in every way, shape, or form, including the T for transgendered.
Don't forget, if
she
she's found
is not.
using, she will humiliate her country, and that means that she's going to jail for the rest of her life.
Yeah,
Algeria will execute this woman in plain sight if she fucks up.
If that was the fucking case, but it isn't. And a lot of folks were even saying like, oh well, the International Boxing Association board disqualified her years ago. Yeah, guess what?
They were wrong?
Yeah, the International Boxing
100%
Board
wrong.
were wrong too. And the Olympic Committee actually went and said, yeah, we're not using your board's standards for the next 2 Olympics.
You fucked up.
Because you fucked up so
You
hard.
disqualified an athlete that should have competed there. You messed up. That's wrong.
Exactly.
Get out of my house.
They got smacked for that.
And it took even what's her face. I think I posted it over here. No, I did not. I'm gonna go ahead and share the other part of this story. The Italian boxer, the cop, Angela Carini, she came out and fucking apologized. So here's the fucking headline on
I
it. New York
apologize
Post.
for sucking so bad at boxing.
No, I apologize for the shit I caused. Let's see here. There you go. New York Post. Angela Carini has regrets after 46-second fight caused Imane Khelif Olympic gender controversy to explode. And comes to us by Michael Blinn. Zay, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So Angela Carini is trying to calm the storm around Imane Khelif. The Italian boxer, whose 46-second loss to Khelif on Thursday kicked off an Olympic controversy regarding her Algerian foe's gender, offered an apology on Friday. Now, this is all from Carini. She said, and I quote, "All this controversy makes me sad. I'm sorry for my opponent too. If the IOC said she could fight, I respect that decision."
Yeah, it went to the Italian newspaper Gazzetta dello Sport. Wow, the fucking hell.
Sports Gazette.
Yep.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw a Sports Gazette?
Now, Carini quit the 66-kilogram preliminary fight after absorbing Khelif's punches
My ass. It was one punch.
to the face, and then tearfully fell to her knees in the ring and decried the fight as, quote, unjust.
Excuse me, you made it to the Olympics. You don't get to complain about fair.
That has amplified questions regarding Khelif's status. She was disqualified by the Russian-led International Boxing Association at the 2023 World Championships due to claims of having XY chromosomes and elevated testosterone levels.
I mean, to be fair, she was born with those. It's not like she's injecting fucking bull testicle juice in her, like, ovaries every night.
Or human growth hormones,
Like,
yeah.
this is genuinely a case of, hey, man, some people with genetics are born with different genetics. You cannot have 2 people who are perfectly equal. This one just happened to be like, she had the right conditions at the right place at the right time. Now, if she turns out that she's juicing, that's a different story. But as far as we can tell, that shit's natural for now.
Khelif is recognized as female by the IOC. The Algerian boxer was born female, was registered female, lived her life as a female, boxed as a female, and has a female passport.
That's
IOC
it.
spokesperson Mark Adams said Friday. Like, what the fuck more else do people need?
You know, this is actually kind of disgusting when you realize that they're basically judging her just for her looks.
Yeah.
She has a more masculine appearance. Okay, yeah, hey man, shit sucks. It is the way it is.
There's a lot of
That's
women
how it
who
is.
have a more masculine look
Yeah.
too.
Like, Rhea
I'm
Ripley,
gonna
she's
judge
taller
Irene
and she's
Sanda,
buff.
The daughter of that wrestler
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, Maya Lesnar. Maya's
In
her
fact,
name.
let me show you a picture. Let me do some live research real quick.
By
right
all
now.
means, and clearly, Angela Carini has already apologized and expressed regret about her comments about the fight.
Also,
con-
please don't say it's unfair when you lose at the Olympics. Have some dignity. Come on, man.
The controversy is showing no signs of slowing down ahead of Khelif's next match against Hungary's
Look at this
Anna Luka.
fucking Broomhilda from the Valkyrian times. That's her dad right there. Yeah. But she's not the exact size, but look at that.
That's her.
This woman could kill
That's
half of the
Maya
women's
Lesnar.
wrestling
There's
league by herself.
Brock Lesnar.
Damn.
Yes.
Like, she looks like her dad with
She got
titties.
plucked
You
straight
weren't.
out of his ass.
You weren't kidding
All right.
when you said with the wig. Holy crap!
All right, now.
She looks amazing.
She's a beast on legs.
All right, now.
Monster truck with dicks.
Now Anna Luka Harmoni went on to comment to the reporter saying, "quote I'm not scared. I don't care about the press story and social media. If she or he is a man, it will be a bigger victory for me if I win." So there's not much else to say about
Wow.
yeah.
Asshole.
Damn, that's some trash. Hey, remember that amazing event? I remember that amazing event.
Okay, but getting back to it, yeah, no, I guess like I said, Angela has already apologized. She's already expressed regret about her comments about the fight.
You know
So
who hasn't? Fucking Logan Paul.
no, because Logan Paul will die on his hill, and he'll die wrong.
Well,
He'll
he died
pitch a
under the
fit.
heel of LA Knight just 5 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah,
He'll pitch a fit.
he'll pitch a.
Man, so many fits.
Fucking child, I swear to God.
He's a child.
Yeah, no. There's nothing else to say except, Logan Paul is a freaking idiot. And good. Congratulations. You lost the United States title. Now pay back all that money you ripped off from your customers.
You punk.
Yep. Like you have their net worth of Logan Paul is $150 million. He owes $2 million to the victims of his crypto zoo scandal fucking monstrosity.
He could give away and get that money back by one
He
match.
still hasn't done that yet.
He still hasn't done that yet, no. But
What a
instead,
fucking prick.
he's using his money to try and sue CoffeeZilla, the YouTube investigator who called him out on the crypto zoo thing to begin with.
I
Please
can't
go
roll
through
my
with
eyes
this.
hard enough.
Please
Roll them
go.
harder.
I'm
I
sorry,
dare ya.
but wasn't that all
implore you, go
public
through with this
information?
case.
Yeah, thanks
So
to CoffeeZilla.
how can you sue that if it was public information?
Oh, it
Just
was
kind of bring it to
defamation.
light.
But okay,
It was defamation.
Take away his money, and what is Logan Paul?
An idiot.
Nothing. A fucking child.
Listen, if you guys didn't tell me who Logan Paul was, I never would have known.
He's that guy that went to
He's a
Japan and
fucking
insulted
child.
people by going into the suicide
Oh,
forest.
that was his name? I just knew there was
Yeah.
an idiot who
Yeah,
did
he's
that.
that prick.
No, that was
was
him. That was
Okay.
For
him.
the record,
I have
filming a
told you
dead
that was
body in the
him.
suicide forest is not the nicest thing you can do.
Also, I want to say thank you
Film it.
to, oh my god, Vixen in the
Oh,
chat
shit.
has gifted 5 Inner Flocker memberships!
Yay! All right!
Thank you so
Fantastic!
much.
So congratulations to Aaron Cooper, Lorraine Lamore, Christopher Headley, Richie W, and Lisa Boo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, who's the 5th? Where's the 5th one?
They
Who
died.
got the 5th? Allow. Oh wait, to us? No, we're not needing the gifts. Hang on, let me fix this over
Wait, are
here.
you gifting us?
No,
Yay!
Hang on. We'll find
I
out.
should buy Tekken 8.
fucking sure, whatever. Okay, changes have been saved. All right, so and let me see what else is going on over here in the chat. Yeah,
We're trying to close that off.
We're trying to. I'll fucking refresh there. Easier. That'll be easier. Fucking hell, ow, my eyeballs.
Wait, so is that match going to happen right now?
That's happening right
Yes,
now.
it's happening
Angel.
right now.
That's not important right now, Angel.
That's not important right now.
So what is important is the fact that also Vixen did this as a celebration
Thank you
of her
so
having been an inner flocker herself for 23 months.
All right!
Just short of
2 years.
Short of 2
Unbelievable.
years. Thank you so
One
much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your face over here. Thank you, Vixen. One of our longest running inner flockers. We appreciate you so much. Oh, Nikki Bella got the 5th one.
Ooh.
There we
Hey!
go. So let's see here. Great content as always. We appreciate that. We try.
Thank you.
We put our best foot forward when we can.
Much
Where's
appreciated.
the thing?
And
Where's
thank
the
you
thing?
kindly
There we
for
go.
sticking with us for this
Uh,
damn
I'm on mobile.
long.
I can't take membership. Sorry, guys. It's okay, the Joseph Santos.
No worries.
Nikki
I
Bella got
appreciate
the
it,
5th.
Joseph.
There we go. Thank you, Lisa.
You are there with us in spirit, and that's what matters. I'm actually kidding. I don't want your spirit. Give me your money.
Angel, you're wonderful.
Love you guys.
Fucking
Anyway, so that being said, yeah, no. Logan Paul learned the hard way of what happens when you open your mouth and say stupid shit. Because it turns out, just because you're popular, that doesn't mean you can't get away with everything.
Contrary to popular belief, not all publicity is good publicity. And speaking of bad publicity, it is time to talk about video games.
All right, Angel, we're going to pivot
Guy.
things over to you, my friend.
So, as you know, many years ago, Bungie Studios, after being basically running away from Xbox, decided to open their own studio again, and they came up with Destiny, which was mediocre. And then they came up with Destiny 2, which was also mediocre, but it was an MMO with FOMO up the ass. So it built a massive
Ain't that
following.
true?
It's great. Now, as the years have gone on and the expansions have begun to pile on, they have continuously removed content that you just cannot access anymore. In fact, as of this point, there is more content you cannot access than there is available content on Destiny. It doesn't help that the most recent expansions have received a very lukewarm response. Well, the most recent expansion, the Final Shape, well, it turns out the Final Shape is a 0 because it didn't do very well either. And unfortunately, not only are the fans suffering, but Bungie itself. As according to Forbes, mass Bungie layoffs draw fury from Destiny 2 fans, past and present employees.
It's Forbes, not Forbes.
Forbes.
Oh,
By
man.
Paul Tassi, senior contributor. Bungie announced yesterday that it would lay off 220 employees. 17% of the company is gone.
Oh,
They will
ow.
move 155 roles within Sony Interactive Entertainment and take 40 or so and create a new sub-studio under Sony for a new game. It is a decimation of a company which comes at 100 layoffs late last year. The reaction was sorrow, but mostly unbridled rage, mainly directed at the Bungie leadership. Mainly, Bungie CEO Peter Parsons, where it was dug up that he allegedly has spent $2.5 million on classic cars since the Sony deal, according to an online auction website. I am so sorry you guys have to get fired and go back to hunting for jobs in this market, but listen, I really want those Bugattis.
What did he get? A pair of them, and he's fucking like
Oh, no,
riding
I
them
bought-
like scape. Like
I bought 7 Bugattis and I welded them all together into a monster truck made entirely of limousines. I call it the overcompensator.
by fucking God.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Basically, they go, hey guys, listen. The most recent expansion didn't do very hot, so we're firing 200 people. Coincidentally, our CEO just bought a shit ton of classic cars.
Bugattis.
The
Fucking-
message announcing the layoffs was written by that piece of shit Parsons himself. Says that 850 people still working at Destiny and Marathon, and depending on the Marathon team size, that is likely about half the number of people working on Destiny. The live service game that demands constant additions compared to a couple of years ago. There's his announcement.
There's this fucking like, oh, you can read our full statement over here. I'm
Eat
not
a
gonna.
dick.
Yeah.
The move has drawn, predictably, widespread rage from essentially everybody, and those directly on the line of fire. While it is true that many video game publishers and developers have had layoffs, Bungie has now fired essentially a quarter of the company within the last year, and it seems like a unique situation of mismanagement for which there's no one responsible is being held responsible. There are likely many different decisions that led to this point, obviously. But something even the Parsons message acknowledged was that the Bungie was spread too thin, creating the largest volume of Destiny content the game has ever seen, while simultaneously spooling on Marathon. Oh, that's right, they're making Marathon for a 2025 release. For the record, I saw the trailer for Marathon. It looks like Destiny, but with more colors. It just kind of
boy.
looks like Destiny. It was too much.
Copy paste.
Yeah, it was too much, as leadership wanted Bungie to be Blizzard or BioWare with a number of huge, highly profile series running simultaneously, but clearly there was no plan to place or actually how to make it work. Those companies also didn't have live services like Destiny to constantly manage. Yeah, here's the thing that they don't tell you about live service. It never ends. You're always fixing bugs, maintaining servers, and adding, or in this case, removing content non-stop. I still cannot get over the fact how the trailer for the Final Shape, that's the name of the final expansion, really wanted you to get excited for the return of Cade. Cade died in an expansion that you can no longer access. So unless you go to YouTube, you will never know why this character is so incredibly important. But the record, his job was being the funny guy. That's it. He was the Star-Lord of this fucking operation.
They just kept on shooting themselves in the foot.
Oh,
Again and
there's
again.
been a lot of
and
shooting,
again,
that's for
and
sure.
again.
I don't.
Former employers have, of course,
Employees.
blasted Parsons with former social media lead Griffin Bennett calling on him to step down. C-Suite taking accountability for any of this is just withholding bonuses, and they'll be settling house Bullshit. Poor leadership has crushed one of the greatest developers of all time. Retire, Pete. You should retire yourself. Now!
Damn.
It also drew lengthy condemnation from former community manager Leanna Rupert, who had been vocal about her and her co-workers' mistreatment since the last round of layoffs. She directed this at Parsons. Quote, "You are a liar, a thief, and so many things we can't discuss publicly. Step down and without the giant Sony payout. This isn't on Sony. This is squarely on the failure of leadership, plain and simple."
Even current community manager DMG, who recently returned to the company, did not hold back about the situation. Inexcusable. Industry-leading talent is being lost yet again. Accountability falling upon the workers who have pushed the needle to deliver to our community time and time. When you even have the dudes working for you going, bro, what the fuck?
Something's wrong.
Because remember, this came right on the wheels of Tango Studios getting fucked by Xbox. They deliver an amazing game, they succeeded, and they still got screwed. What's the point of working for the video game industry if not even success guarantees your continued employment anymore? Bro! Is it any wonder why people like Kojima are making their own studios? Because these...
Hold on!
Hang on a minute.
Again, Vixen?
Whoa!
5 Inner Flocker memberships!
Thank you.
Hey! 5 Center Microsopolis, Damian Hernandez, Emily Parkson, Adriana G, and
Daisy the Vegas Pisces.
Thank you.
Hey! Holy shit!
Inner Flockers, courtesy of Vixen. Thank you all once again. Thank you, Vixen.
Guys. Thank
Holy
you, Vixen.
shit!
Your continued support is the thing that keeps us going, which is a shame because I'm gonna have to fire all of you in 5 minutes.
God damn it, Angel!
Listen, I gotta buy.
Shut up!
You don't own any Bugattis.
That gold-plated toilet belongs to me, and goddamn it, I will take it to the grave.
You don't want that gold-plated toilet. It was auctioned out at Trump Tower, Angel.
That's exactly why I want it. So
His
I can-
ass has on it.
Here's
That's
the thing:
exactly
if he
what I
wants
wanted,
to have
so
a
I can
gold-plated
share all
toilet,
over
we could just, paint one for him.
But I don't know. It'll be fool's gold, and I'll be taking a foolish shit.
Oh my
Also,
god.
also, fool's gold is just iron sulfide, and all that. It'll start, like corroding
Exactly.
and stuff. And if with your
My
sweat
shit is
from
already toxic enough.
with the sweat from your butt cheeks going on iron sulfide, it'll make
Exactly.
your ass green.
Okay,
like how
hang on.
sterling
You're not-
silver.
You're really selling me on this.
Never mind.
Emerald
All right.
shits.
All right, let's continue on.
Continuing. All of this is doubly frustrating, given that there was no recent large-scale failure that can be blamed for this. Bungie worked tirelessly to release the final shape, which ended up being its best expansion to date and delivered, supposedly, on every front. But the reality appears to be that this course was always set. Translation: the game was rigged from the start, and there was no reasonable level of performance the final shape could hit to avert this. So you're telling me this could have been the greatest fucking game on earth, and those people still would have gotten fired?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
The future of Bungie and the franchises is now unclear. There is a growing sense of what remains of Bungie slowly being absorbed into Sony. Fuck pants. And after these repeated leadership failures, SIE's Herman's Holst may become a more heavy hand, according to insider Jeff Grubb. That's already starting with the dissolution of 155 roles into Sony and a new studio going up under his banner. It's hard not to see what's accelerating from here. There are hundreds of talented devs working hard at Bungie still, but imagine the environment where 25 to 35% of your colleges are now gone in under the last year, and your best ever work has led to one largest ever slate layoffs. Unconscionable.
So here's the issue with that. So if you make an amazing game, obviously then people, your consumers, are like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what else they're gonna make. And then you pretty much fire almost everyone a part of that.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then but then your consumers are like,
Fuck.
but we wanted to
But
see
why?
more?
It's like, but why?
Well, you'll see more when all those fired developers get together and open their
See,
own indie studio.
Well,
I guess.
that's the thing. I really do think, and I hope that indie studios become more and more popular over these years, because honestly, the gaming industry is just fucking them all over.
They are like, imagine how that feels. Like, supposedly
They
this
just went down the
expansion
drain
did
with a
well.
new game.
Do we
Supposedly
want to
this-
try and read the actual statement from these guys?
I don't think I want to dignify them because I can smell the bullshit from here.
You sure we don't want to? No.
Yeah, no, let's not dignify.
That's long.
Let's not dignify those
I
assholes.
guarantee you,
Like, here's
there
what
is
we'll
nothing
do.
here that is
If
worth
they
reading.
want to read it, just
Give them a link.
share the
Share
link
the
on the
link.
chat.
I'll go ahead
can
and
enjoy it.
I'll share the link. If you guys wish to read the official statement from Bungie On your own time, on your own dime, you are welcome to do so. Here is the link, bada boom.
There is a level of ghastliness in the video game industry that can only be described as subhuman, because I need you guys to understand this. My job, my current 9 to 5, is fairly cutthroat. You break the rules one too many times, the boss will throw you out very quickly, because we work with personal information and medical records. But even at our worst, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, my boss has never fired anybody because we're not getting enough work. The only times he's ever fired people is when they A, completely fuck up their attendance, B, purposely avoid doing their job properly, or C, start fucking around with the systems to do less work. Those are the unforgivables. But he has never fired us during the slow months when the calls slow down. He has never thrown people away just because there isn't enough shit to do. Hell, one particular day he specifically said, hey guys, you can stay if you want to, you can go home, I'm still gonna pay you for your full hours. He's a very strict man, but he has never been an irresponsible boss to me. I cannot imagine working at a job where I can get fired even if I do a spectacularly good job. Like, fast food joints will teach you nicely that the game industry. Think about that for a second.
Because it's cutthroat.
It's a cutthroat, and it's
insanity.
And it's a very, very mean-spirited and toxic business practice,
That
in my
also means
opinion.
that they had already made the decision. Think about that. Imagine walking outside. Like, imagine standing next to the window of your office, seeing all those programmers, all those developers, all those artists working their ass off to deliver the work on time, and you're just thinking, yeah, I'm gonna fire all these people when they're done. Oh,
And you are out.
oh, by the way,
Excuse me, now if you'll excuse me, the
door's that way.
the baby seal oil on the leather seats of my Bugatti that I got is just drying off, and I need to go pick up my twat du jour.
you know what's extra scummy though?
And then
What is?
there's the door.
One of the
Bye-bye, guys.
devs, one of the devs, she was fired
Exactly. Fuckers.
one day before she could claim her maternity benefits.
Oh no!
Fuck you!
Repeat that again.
I sadly forgot to save her tweet, but this particular dev, she was pregnant. She was fired before she could claim her maternity benefits.
That's fucked up.
She's talking to HR about that shit right
What,
now.
what is? What was going on?
Talking like this.
Good.
I'm talking like this right now.
Well, now you are, because we just corrected you.
That's right. So, point in case, companies will do this constantly. People getting fired before they can claim their full retirements happens with the amount of disturbing amount of frequency, and the video game industry gets away with shit that, quite frankly, would not pass in almost any other job. I'm not just talking about incomplete product or shitty DLC or just crappy games in general. The way they treat their own workers. Bro, back in the day, we used to want to work for the gaming industry. Now I don't want to touch that thing with a fucking 70-foot pole. I hope that the developers can find a better place where to go, but dude, Bungie. I still remember that picture of Bungie when it started. It was like 10 dudes. They would not look out of place in your chess club.
Back in the original Marathon game.
Nothing but a dream and a bit of spare change, and they gave us some of the best games on their generation. They put Xbox on the map.
With the Halo trilogy.
But
what the fuck is the ref doing? Jesus
But
Christ.
now with everything that we've learned on the corporate side of these gaming industries, like, it's making it very hard for us as fans to like and consume their products. Like, how many examples have we seen? Like, not just Bungie, but Activision Blizzard.
EA, Microsoft.
Hell, freaking Nintendo, for crying out loud!
Even Nintendo has had...
Nintendo is nicer about it than this.
Like, at least Nintendo's nicer.
Yeah, but they're not immune.
Oh, no, they are brutal. Ironically, Nintendo is brutal against the fans because they are very strict about their property. But I'll give Nintendo credit for one thing. Their CEO, Satoru Iwata, notoriously took a 30% pay cut so he could not fire anybody after the spectacular failure of the Wii U. I cannot imagine a CEO from our current companies doing something like this.
None of them would. They would never dare.
They would not have the balls.
They wouldn't have the fucking nerve.
And the dude on record said, yeah, no, listen, I want my workers to keep working for me, kind of thing.
Those leather seat baby oils for their Bugattis aren't going to oil themselves.
Jesus
motherfuckers.
Christ.
Jeez
Yeah, no.
Louise.
So, like, truthfully, when it comes to this stuff, like you've got to understand, like, these fucking video game developers have been coming up in a history in a time in history where they have been seeing record-setting profits year after year after year after motherfucking year, and you would think that what you would do is reinvest the profits back into your workers, hire more people, hire specialized people, or give the people that are already there better pay and benefits. But no, we gotta have our Bugattis.
Listen. I think I have
And
a better
fuck you,
idea.
Andrew Tate, for spoiling Bugattis for everyone.
I think I have a better idea. I think we're just gonna pursue the life service dragon forever.
No.
We're just gonna keep chasing that dragon.
Cocksuckers.
Listen, I am here to protect the freedom of my investors, and I will kill as many
Oh
many
my
artists,
God.
programmers, and developers as necessary to make it happen.
All right, but
That's not how it works, Peacemaker.
all right, but getting
Peace was never an option here.
all right, gentlemen, please. Getting back to
Yeah.
the subject here, it is always gut-wrenching to see folks lose their jobs
It
through no
is.
fault of their own, whether the company is underperforming or whether they're making record profits. Like just being fired, like just because, like regardless of the success of the company, like that's just awful, man.
And despite the success of the company.
And considering how long it takes to develop and drop this kind of like updates, even if you have the game pre-built, these decisions are made months in advance. They genuinely took a look at this shit and go, yeah, no matter how much money this makes, it will never be enough to satisfy the stockholders, so I'm just gonna fire a shit ton of people. And if I can save enough money to keep that line above the rate, line.
Line?
Oh no!
All hail the line!
Hail
Goes up!
Bro,
All
I'm
hail
telling
the
you,
line!
that
goes up.
office might as well look
All
like the
hail the
setting of
line.
that second Indiana
Line
Jones
goes up.
movie with the monkey brains and everything.
Oh, the Temple of Doom.
The Temple of
But-
Doom.
Here's the thing. What happens when they just keep firing these people and then no one else wants to get hired by them?
That's-
Oh yeah, that's
They-
right. Because people who lose their jobs, they can leave
Then
their
it goes
reviews
downhill.
on.
That is
on the-
nonsense.
Well,
We
no,
are
no,
Sony.
no, not
Fuck
just
pets.
that.
You want to work for
No,
us.
not just that. It's like,
The company will go
okay,
belly
but
up.
we've seen that you keep firing people even if they made a success. I would rather just join an indie instead of joining you because you'll just fire me.
See, you
It
put
would
a
get
very
to the
good
point
argument.
where that company will go belly up.
Here's the funny thing is, the article already addressed that. Parts of the company are merging with Sony. They don't care how many people they fire because at the end of the day, they merge with Sony, and as long as the tech giant keeps them abroad, and as long as they get to keep their fancy bonuses, they don't give a shit. And
Well, no,
Sony's basically a
But
lifeline.
I'm not talking
They're hanging
about
on
they
to by
don't
their
give a
balls.
shit. I'm saying if no one applies,
Yeah.
they don't get anyone.
They don't
Yeah.
get new blood.
So then they can't
So we'll
make
just
anything.
use all those Sony workers they got there.
Oh well, there's only so much.
We'll fire those guys too. Don't worry.
There's only so much that you can shove onto people before they get so overloaded that
Yeah. When that happens, they basically pack up their checks and leave to work for another company. Yeah,
exactly.
those pieces of shit always work like that. The CEOs, the big wigs, the guys in the big suits, they don't care because as long as they have their golden parachutes, they
They don't
have
give
no
a fuck.
loyalty to Bungie.
You know what?
If that whole
only
fucking
they
building
could
burns to the
actually
ground, they don't
do
care,
the
as long as
work
they get paid.
that the workers do. Maybe they should try and make something by themselves.
Guys,
Oh, please,
I actually
guarantee those people even touch a video game controller.
No, I know.
All right,
those
guys,
points.
I actually pulled up here a link here from Glassdoor.com. Right now, Bungie has a 3.8 star rating on their reviews with a 51% recommend to friend ratio.
We can go lower than that.
We can
Go lower.
Those are rookie numbers, sir. These are
I
rookie
think they're
numbers.
just getting started.
Yeah.
Yes, they are because don't even have to start it. Like nobody wants to work for you now because honestly, nobody wants to work for video game companies anymore.
Nobody
because
wants to work
There is
anymore.
no job security. You might as well open your own goddamn studio at that
You
point.
could
Yep.
join, and then 5 days later, you could be fired.
Man, I'm sure happy that I get. No, dude, that's not even a new person. Senior management is getting thrown out. Like, boy, I sure hope that all those years of hard work I put in making this you can't do this to me. You have any idea how much I sacrificed for this company?
Thank you for channeling your inner Willem Dafoe.
Bullshit.
Now, that being said, let's go ahead and move on here because we do have something else to talk about.
The
Now,
last one.
as I mentioned earlier on this channel, the year 2024 is a pivotal year because we've been dealing with a lot of changes in our community and in the entire geospectrum of nerddom. We've seen companies close down. Rooster Teeth has shut down, or has announced that they were shut down in March, and they've officially closed their doors in April.
Ironically, Ruby and Death Battle, the best parts of Rooster Teeth, have both survived.
Okay, but regardless, and of course Nickelodeon got outed horribly through Quiet on the Set. So
right?
Yeah, no. But unfortunately, this downward trend is continuing because now another company is unfortunately going under.
Ah, that's right. And now, the end is near. And so I face that final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear. I'll state my point, of which I'm certain. I lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way.
A bit flat
If
there,
you go to
boys.
the Game Informer official website, there is no more Game Informer official website.
I'm
There is
just saying,
only-
Zayana Rose, Dragonfang, you should see us when we karaoke.
there was an announcement which says, after 33
Can you carry a
thrilling
team now?
years of bringing you the latest news, reviews, and insights from the ever-evolving world of gaming, it is with a heavy heart that we announce the closure of Game Informer. From the early days of pixelated adventures to today's immersive virtual realms, we've been honored to share this incredible journey with you, our loyal readers. While our presses may stop, the passion for gaming that we cultivated together will continue to live on. Thank you for being part of this epic quest, and may your own gaming adventure never end.
Oh, man.
This shit actually got me.
I think I have 2 of those ones.
Yeah.
The one with
I
Sephiroth
used
and
to
the one with
collect Game
Assassin's
Informer
Creed.
magazines when I worked at the airport back in the day.
We used to collect
We've got Game Informer
We've got Game
magazines.
Informer magazines,
That's
for
right.
goodness sake.
We had
So
quite a
many.
few.
One of the few websites that gave us mildly reliable reviews and interviews with the industry has sadly
And they were
shut down its
good.
doors. I know.
They were
In a
so
sea
good.
of shitty journalism, Game Informer, they were not exactly right 100% of the time, but they were one of the few that were at least honest with their reviews, whether they like it or not. And their interviews with some of the people of the industry put a lot of insight on how they work and how the games get made. I remember that on their pages, they always had a section for fan art. Specifically,
So
yeah.
fucking
Yes,
show the
I
fan
always
art.
love looking at that section.
alas,
Same.
much sadly, we have lost one of the good ones.
Like, Kotaku went ahead and even...
Why the fuck isn't Kotaku closing down instead?
I know, right? But at least these guys are fucking reporting on it over here.
Bullshit.
Yeah, GameStop
so
shuts
nice
down.
reading
It's
all
Game
on
this.
Informer.
you, not him. It's not fair. No.
The meme stock gaming retailer is laying off staff and taking the website offline. Burger night, man.
Burgers.
Burgers.
We didn't tell you ahead of time, didn't we?
No.
Yeah.
Burger.
This is a pleasant surprise. Thank you. Okay, so
Look at the old school Game Informer
Oh
magazine.
my
Look
They
at
were
that.
so beautiful.
Oh my
Look at
God.
the vertices, Angel. Don't you love these polygons and vertices?
shout
so
out,
beautiful.
shout outs to that Game Informer issue that reviewed Final Fantasy X, where they got a different artist and they didn't tell him what the main character looks like. So Tidus, instead of looking like a slim, muscular athlete, looks like an absolute fucking Giga Chad.
Yeah.
Like fucking square jawed, 50 extra pounds of muscle. Like, holy shit, who drew this man?
Right?
They did the same thing with James Sutherland from
James Sunderland.
Silent Hill 2. He looks like the protagonist of a Doom game.
Damn.
Like
It
fucking
began
straight
publishing
up.
in 1991. We were only 1
The
year
longest
old.
running game magazine in the US is officially dead, and GameStop killed it. It began publishing in 1991 and has been one of the last remaining physical gaming magazines in the world, which covers stories that continue to share deep dives and exclusive interviews with the biggest games coming out, from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to Star Wars Outlaws. No more. God damn it! We lost a good one here,
Stab at
guys.
the
I
magazine
know.
produces who also publishes a website, weekly podcasts, and online video documentaries about game studios and developers were all called into a meeting on Friday with parent company GameStop's the VP of HR. If in it, they were told the publication was closing immediately. They were all laid off and would be receiving severance terms. At least they're getting severances.
severance, yeah.
At least one staffer was in the middle of a work trip when the team was told.
Boy, I sure hope I
God.
can come back home and write about video games. I sure love video games. I sure hope my home industry doesn't fuck me over. Oh, hey, a phone call from my boss.
Now,
What do you mean you're not my boss anymore?
oh my God.
What do you mean you're no one's boss?
Yeah. Here, I'll take this.
Listen, I'm gonna swerve into traffic in the next 5 seconds if you don't give me some good news.
All right. Now, the sudden closure of Game Informer means that the issue number 367, the outlet's Dragon Age, the Veilguard cover story, will be its last. The entire website has been taken offline as well. The Game Informer Twitter account posted the following statement online today, which we just read.
Yeah.
But sources tell Kotaku it was not written by anyone on the team, which was still in the process of making sure everyone on staff was informed about the news. Now,
So we read that. We read that.
we read the statement, and here
In a
we
frustrating
go.
turn of events, especially considering we're about 70% done with the next issue, I was going to have a great cover, tweeted Game Informer magazine content director Kyle Hillard after the news broke. I am furious about the end of Game Informer. It was an incredible 33-year run, and then GameStop pumps out this phony empty farewell message. I bet money if it was written by AI.
Oh.
Fuck you, GameStop, and a huge fuck you to... Wow, they are not
Ryan
going
Coe.
down gently on this.
Wow.
They are pissed, because it turns out everybody was let go. Not even management was safe from it. Incredible.
Every URL for the Game Informer website now redirects to the official statement, erasing more than a decade
Oh yeah, it's all gone.
of articles, reviews, and original reports that helped establish a record of the notoriously secretive and volatile video game industries. Let's see here, a recent in-depth feature on the Retro Game Studio Digital Eclipse about the gaming histories and preservation
Ironic.
is one of the stories that is no longer accessible.
How ironic.
A write-up about Game Informer's famous Game Vault containing releases from across its decades-long history is also inaccessible. More than just a magazine. In its heyday, Game Informer was the leading monthly magazine among a group of publications that included GamePro, Electronic Gaming Monthly, and several others, as well as platform-centric periodicals like Nintendo Power. The Minneapolis-based print publication had since become the only major one left standing in the U.S., known for its monthly reviews, editor columns, and wide-ranging previews for upcoming games and access to big names for interviews that few others in the industry could match.
You want to know the worst of it?
What's the worst of
With
it?
them shutting down that website, they have now effectively stolen the money from everyone who is still paying for the subscription.
That's right.
Because they had previously moved to a digital only
You can't
format.
even access the old stuff
You
anymore.
can't
It's all
even
gone.
access the stuff that you've paid for. Yeah.
Dickery.
Oh.
Advanced fuckery.
They're facing huge retaliation in the future.
Money.
Jesus Christ.
By the
We'll
way,
talk about it later.
guys, fun fact, K-Storm's only learning about this now.
Oh, hey, by the way, K-Storm, they shut down Game Informer. You know, funny thing is, now that I recall, I had 2 issues, one of Nintendo Power and one of Game Informer in Cuba. I had no idea what they were because they were in English, but I recall it was the issue talking about Donkey Kong Country. And I remember that the articles were actually fairly different from one another because, while Nintendo was talking about like the actual level itself and putting hints and tips.
Yep.
The Game Informer one was an interview with the actual developers asking how they got the style for the not quite 3D shade style of Donkey Kong. Like, you gotta understand, for a Super Nintendo game, that game looks beautiful. And that was one of the first articles I read in English. I couldn't understand the whole thing, but I'm like, oh, so that's how they do that. That is so cool. It's kind of a shame, man, because, dude, I don't have them anymore, sadly. I lost them when I moved for the 3rd time in my life. But I used to have this massive stack of Game Informer magazines I bought, and I used to have several posters in my old room, especially the one for Ace Combat, which had the sickest timeline, Make Metal Bleed.
Oh.
Man! We need physical media. They used to have the fucking demo discs in there back in the day, too.
Yep, I remember that.
I need this shit! Well, unfortunately, the increasing amount of digital... What the fuck? He just walked off. The increasing
match is
amount...
over.
The increasing amount of digital, whatever the fuckery, that is doing with the transmission and power means that physical media, not just the games, is suffering. The actual magazines themselves are suffering. And, well, I mean, it was always going to happen, I suppose, but it's a shame that it had to happen like this. You know, it just doesn't feel right.
Bullshit.
It's
Very much so.
Fucking
Bullshit!
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
Oh shit, Drew won. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But getting back to it, like, geez, Louise, like, I forgot about the other side of the coin until y'all called it out. Like, my goodness.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd see the day that I would feel bad for video game journalists, but hey,
Like,
here we are.
I'm actually going down to the end of the Kotaku article, and this is fucking interesting here. Game Informer's closure comes as GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen continues shitposting about the 2024 election.
Seriously?
In an email to staff last year, the executive called for, quote, extreme frugality and criticized, quote, money wasters who didn't contribute to the company or its success. He's currently being sued by the former company behind Bed Bath & Beyond for $47 million in insider trading profits.
Oh, yeah. That's the other side of the coin. Oh, my God.
Fuck you!
So, wait, so you're anytime, this happens constantly in the working space. Anytime somebody upstairs complains about money wasting, they are doing some shit. They are scheming off the top or they are doing some shit. You know who they remind me of?
Who?
Bob's boss from The Incredibles.
Oh, that
Oh, God,
tiny
that little
midget
guy.
fuck.
Oh, my
That little
God.
midget fuck.
You notice that when he's organizing his pens and pencils, there's a little note on the side. If you pause the movie, it says that the employees will be forced to purchase all their office equipment. You know, their pencils, staplers, and such. And they're responsible for the electric bill of the company, too.
Ah!
Time, you see.
I hate
You
that.
gotta be fucking kidding me!
I hate that.
The law requires that I say no.
The law
God!
requires that I say no.
But yeah, no, turns out that once again, upper Achilleans will get paid no matter what happens.
Echelons.
And the little guys, aka you and I, and the people working there, get completely screwed. Welcome to the gaming industry. Why would anybody want to work here anymore?
Jeez.
So, I guess video gaming industry is rotting from the inside out, man.
It's been turning into that for a while, man. Like, the moment it became about the stockholders and the CEOs and the big stocks and the lying.
And less about the fans.
And less about the people that literally pay for your product. Yeah, because it doesn't matter. It's not about making good games. It's about making one game that will last forever.
And if
That's all
not
they
forever,
want.
then at least until your tenure is up and you can write off with your severance package and leave everyone else in the fucking dust.
I can't believe that Fortnite is the healthiest live version game ever made.
Right? What the
Like,
fuck?
they don't fire their people randomly. They treat their fans nicely. The game is not a grind fest. You don't have to pay for everything. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this. Fortnite got it right. Nobody else has been able to.
Jeez,
So
Louis,
fucking
it's
weird.
such a weird.
Fascinating.
This
That's a
is
sad thing.
It's pretty sad, and well, once again, my sincerest condolences to everybody working at GameStop. I do hope you guys can find a way to bounce back from this shit, and I hope you can sue those fuckers for every penny because you deserve it.
and the same sentiment goes for the employees who got fired from Bungie.
Those
In-
guys as well.
in-
I hope you guys could just open your own studio and find success in the future. You deserve better
In the
than this.
chat over here, first off, Matthew Colbert said, there's a Twitter post from Andy, pictures of a double rainbow. That's always cool.
Nice.
Ben
Okay.
Cruz, I used to have a 12-month subscription. I hope you don't anymore, otherwise these guys owe you
I
money.
used to be subscribed.
Yes,
to
that
them.
was the best page, right?
happy I
And
did.
also we have The Crow on the chat. Hey up, The Crow. Welcome to the Ravens
Welcome.
flock. Damn, a piece of my childhood. I collected this magazine as a child. Unfortunately, media is going online. Why have magazines when you could read online? I predict the next 5 years, grocery stores will become obsolete and you'll only be able to order groceries, toys, and electronics online.
Well, here's the thing: ordering things like that with groceries, it gets so expensive because then you have to pay
Delivery
extra
fees.
sales
Delivery
tax,
fees.
then the delivery, and then
Taxes.
pay.
It's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything. It's like
20,
15 extra
$30.
dollars.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
and that sounds like a perfect opportunity for these companies to take advantage of.
Oh, they will. You know, the saddest thing
And
is,
it's wrong.
Game Informer did one thing most video game journalists
Absolutely,
don't
it's
do.
wrong.
They made me want to buy the shit they sold me.
Yeah.
One of my personal favorites was when the guy was describing, like, I remember reading, I forgot the year, I apologize if I do, but I remember that they were describing to me Persona 3. And they explained, like, they were talking about the mechanics, but they basically were writing from their point of view because they played the game. And the article felt so personal, and I'm like, damn, this person is really enjoying this game. I want to try this game. And that's why, like, I literally would have never bought a Persona game if it wasn't for that GameStop article. That's it. The Game Informer genuinely gave me good news of games. In fact, I recall the second one that they showed me was Devil May Cry 4. And I'm like, well, I like 3. And I won't lie, I was one of those shitty fans when I saw the first trailer. I'm like, wait a second, this isn't Dante. Not my Dante! I was one of those
right.
guys.
It's not Dante. It's
I was
Hero.
one of those guys, and then I read the article, and the guy he explained about the gameplay and how it still feels like DMC, and I'm like, all right, you know what? This journalist sold me on a game before, and they were good. Maybe it'll work again. And you know what? I loved it. Nero is one of my favorite characters in the franchise. He's my boy. I met Johnny John Bosch, nicest fellow you ever seen in your life. Point in case is, we just lost one of the few reliable game journalist companies. No, with the actual quotations, actual game journalists with capital G and capital J, and the world is now just a little darker and a little less informed.
Yeah.
The world
Fuck
is
you,
all
Logan.
the
This is your
powerful.
fault somehow.
Man, it sucks that we have to end the show on such a sour note.
I
But hey,
know,
at least
we're
we're having
sorry,
burger.
guys. The world we
Oh,
knew
no.
in the 80s and 90s no longer exists.
Yeah,
Alas.
I miss back in the
Cone
day.
jaw and cone hair. Yeah, we saw the fucking the low polygons of Final Fantasy VII. Demo
Darkest
discs.
timelines.
Yes, thank you, Matthew Coburn and Five Setter. Maybe going to be on Internet Archive. I hope. I hope so. You guys, we need to actually support Internet Archive because those guys run on a shoestring budget.
Yeah.
So yeah, like online preservation is.
Is that Gunther?
Yes, that's Gunther.
Yay, Gunther.
Yeah, like online preservation is one of the most important fucking things that we could like espouse or advocate for because motherfuck, we're losing pieces of history here.
Yes, we are.
And at a rapid pace, too.
There's a reason people pirate. There's a reason so many people pirate so many games. Because
Yo.
either A, you have to pay a ludicrous amount of money for a physical copy from a collector,
And it's only rising.
if it even exists,
If it even works.
And
if
B?
it even works, and B, the companies don't give a shit about preservation. Do you have any idea how many games Nintendo made that you literally cannot obtain anywhere except by pirating? Do you have any? Okay, let me ask you something.
Too many.
Just a quick question here. There's a PS2 game by the name of Rogue Galaxy. It's basically Star Wars with a fantasy twist. The main character is voiced by Will Friedle. And it's literally just a Star Wars adventure with magic. It's a very cliche story, but it's very well told. One of your friends is Steve Blum. Cassandra Lee is your love interest. It's great.
Sounds like
A physical copy of this game cannot be found in the PlayStation Store. It doesn't exist there. A physical copy of the game will run you for about $300 to $400 on any reputable sales site. I have a PS2 emulator. I'm going to use the PS2 emulator.
Yo ho.
Yo ho.
No offense. Listen, if PlayStation gave me a way to buy that thing legitimately and put it
They
on my
brought it
library,
back?
Yeah.
I would happily put in my shekels in there. But you don't.
Happily, like even at the very fucking least, like put it up on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah. There's a reason Steam is so powerful. It's not because they have a monopoly. It's because they are simply so much better than anybody else. You know Epic, their competition?
Yeah.
They spend years without a cart option.
Are you fucking serious?
You have to buy their shit one at a time.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of stupid what kind of stupid website
We have
design
no
problem
idea.
is that?
It's so
basic
stupid.
Quality of life features. And the best part is, listen, say what you will about all the crap you can find on Steam. The point is, you can find it.
You
I
can
could
find
go
Lawbreakers
to Steam.
on Steam.
Yes.
It's available.
Unironically, yes. If I wanted to purchase that piece of shit, play it for 1 hour, and then refund it at full price, I could do it. Because Gabe understands. Gabe.
Gabe.
You know what he said about piracy?
What do you say?
Piracy is not a purchasing problem. Piracy is a customer service problem. If people are pirating your games, it's because you are not providing the service that allows them to buy them at an affordable rate. Okay, so Steam has a game I want to buy, I buy it. Is it too expensive? I can happily wait for the sale. There'll be sales every time.
So
They're
many
gonna
sales.
chop that shit down by like 20%. Affordable again. Steam is winning right now because they understand what people want, and it's amazing how difficult it is. Oh no, we're almost done here.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
point in case is the industry doesn't understand what the people want, which is why we're getting shit like this. And you know
Why
what?
we're screaming.
And that is why they are not going to have our money. It's that
Exactly.
simple.
Exactly. Now, and of course, with that, we have reached the end of our program. We want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. Some new faces joined in on the chat. The Crow, if you're still with us, if you're new to this channel, hit like and subscribe, and also tell your friends about this channel, my friend. We would love you if you do that.
Five Setter was saying, Wayback Machine may have their articles. Here's hoping. And the Crow, I'm grateful for GameStop and comic book shops. Those are the only two places I have ever worked where I felt appreciated by my nerd knowledge. I used to work retail, but then I returned to my roots with GameStop and the current comic book shop where I work.
Base.
Right?
Based indeed.
Nerds.
Now,
Nerds up.
Now, with that being now, as of right now, I don't have any like upcoming announcements for the month of August, so I'll go ahead with our usual customary closing. Now, Angel, we have conquered the end.
That's right.
But this does not mean that it is the end.
No, this is not the beginning of the end. This was merely the end of the beginning. And I do hope that you will join us to continue our journey through Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater on Los Amigos Play every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We endure a difficult journey, we climbed that mountain, we overcame those steps, we got shot 75 times, but what's not important is that we saw some titties! Oh, yeah, somebody got beaten to death. It was
what?
really gruesome.
You're talking about Eva.
Yes, and we will be expecting you to join us next Saturday and every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Kick.
All right.
Tiny little ass, Orange Cassidy ass looking kicks.
I know, so lazy. And of course, for any
Pay me
rest,
for my kicks.
yeah, you'll get a penny.
All the other kids with their pump.
I'll give you a box of Kick cereal there.
Yay!
And for any wrestling fans out there, tune into my program, which is Wrestle Rewind, every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, where me and my tag partner, Mr. Wander
Don't touch me!
we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. For next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, we will review Night 2 of the WWE TV special, NXT The Great American Bash, and the main event for this year's WWE SummerSlam.
Which we're in the middle of watching right now. And before we get to that, we got to start the week off strong with my program, The Black Files, which is our uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens flock. As you saw here tonight, we cover a whole wide range of stories in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between here at the Ravens flock. But on The Black Files, we hone in on just one story, and we cut in deep and we cut in hard. This past Wednesday night, Angel was giving us his best impersonation of Dr. Doom under the mask, because we were talking about Robert Downey Jr. having been cast as Dr. Doom.
Well, it was better than Julian McMahon, so I'll give you that.
That's a start.
Well,
The bar was on the floor, man.
no.
It's okay, we can hide the tears behind that mask.
Now, we already discussed our feelings about this, and we're trepidatious, but also at the same time, we're curious how they're going to explain it. Angel and a lot of folks are asking, please let this just be straight up just Doctor Doom. Don't make it a variant. Don't make it a multiverse guy. Just make him Doom.
One question for you.
Yeah.
One. Personal opinion time, real quick. Would you have preferred if it was Matt Mikkelsen? Because I would have preferred Matt Mikkelsen.
Angel, that's going to have to wait. That discussion's going to have to be tabled another time.
Just a quick yes or no.
Do you want to know why? We can't.
Why not?
Mads Mikkelsen was already in the MCU. Kaecilius in Doctor Strange 1.
Yeah, well, Tony was in the MCU. Why am I saying Tony?
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert was there
See
too.
what I mean?
Hard to separate, isn't it?
It's hard, yeah. But the point is, they were both there. I'm saying, I feel like Matt Mikkelsen would have carried the presence of the character a little better.
Maybe his brother Lars Mikkelsen, or is that his cousin?
I could see it.
Who knows?
Listen,
He's the guy who plays Grand Admiral Thrawn.
I'm not just saying this because I desperately want Kojima to show up in the MCU for 5 seconds. But maybe I do.
All right, Juan, continue.
Well, as you can see here, we got unfiltered, uncompromising opinions and unfiltered, uncompromising deep cuts in the world of nerd and geek culture. So be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. for the Black Files.
And of course, tune into our main show, the #1 show on our channel, The Ravens Flock, which is every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, where we, the motley crew of nerds, are gathered here to discuss with you the latest news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a slow week, a busy week, or even a dead week, no matter how many bullshit company statements are put out or how many companies close down because of their own incompetence, there's always something to discuss, and we'll be here to share with each and every one of you. And yes, that will include the next time Logan Paul gets into another one of his stupid blunders.
Well, right now
He's
he's
a fucking
busy.
idiot.
You see, at the moment that sadly won't happen for a long time because after what I just witnessed, he'll be busy mopping his brains out of the arena and stuffing them back into his head. I understand it's a very long, delicate surgical procedure.
And
Angel, he doesn't really need that much. He just needs a wet nap.
Oh no, I mean it's just
All
a
right.
poodle of prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once again, we thank all of you for tuning in tonight. You guys have been fantastic in the live chat, and we've been doing this since 2013, working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. With that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, Dragonfang Cosplay, Zion Rose Cosplay, K-Storm Cosplay, and yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we bring you the latest news in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. Working hard to say, trying to make your voice our mission. Join us as we go live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning into another exciting live edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are the Ravens Flock, and we are out.
Yeah!